Hello, everyone. Hold on. Welcome. Welcome to the stream today. We're here for some blood on the Clocktower. I am walking. I'm live on YouTube and Twitch. Lana, thank you for the 21st month, 14 in a row. Let's jump in.
That was literally my bank account since high school, and then by
the identity right now, like the ID verification thing. Everyone's getting hit.
We're talking about debit card banks.
Yeah, ID verification.
Yeah, why did I need to give them my number and log into my email and
this
text?
website. Yeah.
Yes.
You know it's me. Just let me in. But yeah, I fought with the Huntington people because they told me that my like savings account timed out because I didn't make any like deposits or withdrawals from it for a really long time, and I was like, the reason I didn't is because your interface sucks and it's always down. And so I had like an argument with them about it, and then they finally agreed to let me access my money. And then I was like, great,
I have the
with
window
my
open,
first
but I think
act
it's
of
actually
power, I'm
like
going to close
hotter
this
out.
account because I don't like you. Not a good customer.
Wow. Well, if you have a bank rack in San Francisco, let me know.
Drop your bank recs in the chat.
Right now, Taran looks a lot like that ET video, the picture of ET, you know, with the wig. He's exhausted.
What?
Am I wrong?
ET like the
No idea what you're talking about.
When he's
Taran's like,
exhausted in the
I
wig.
nominate Omer.
By the way, Omer in text has
I think Taran looks great, Omer.
Omer has been texting me like, let's work together this time, and then that's the first thing out of his mouth.
You look like an alien with a wig on.
It's throwing us off the scent, you know?
Yeah, it was a diversion.
As a live feed watcher, you should know.
To whatever the seat was.
Yeah, exactly.
Omar.
Yeah, I seat jumped for Taran, and now he's being a bitch.
You seat jumped just to insult Taran.
Yeah,
You were being mean.
Yeah, it's definitely you.
Debatable.
So what script are we playing? Oh, there we go. It's fixed.
I think it's TB Marionette.
Great.
Yeah.
I was like, I
Needed
can't
this.
do violence again.
Yeah, well, I don't want to get changed away from the demon again. That was so annoying.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was a very crazy.
Omer sucks.
You suck.
Omer does suck.
You Sarah Nova says.
Omer ruined it for both teams.
Yeah.
We won. We literally
Let me know how to
won.
turn my camera on this website. I had to make a new account because it wouldn't let me log in.
Go to settings and then try under chat. Try running the setup.
Thank you.
Yeah.
gotta tell
Omer,
you-
if you. No, go ahead, Sam.
My last two games being just the brutal 2 weeks ago when we played, and I was just getting gaslit the whole time at the end.
Yep. By who?
And then my last game being that crazy ass S&V game where
Katie's
I
thinking
again
of
was gaslit,
50th.
the only alive player with 3 evil players, and nobody would, believe me.
Well, everyone would believe
We
you
believed
that
you
time.
eventually.
Yeah, we all believed you.
Pretty quickly.
After all the votes were gone. Franny, you believed me.
We actually
did believe
won,
you.
though.
We didn't have enough.
We
to
won,
vote.
but Omer, if you hadn't read the whole fucking Grim, we wouldn't have won on a technicality. We would have won
Maybe if Omer didn't
normally.
try to accuse me, like
Yeah, that was a
Okay.
mistake.
hello, as part of his big theatrical.
How's the volume, by the way?
I had it all right up
Are they
until
quiet?
the end. Classic.
It's
What was
Just
it?
allow
What
it
was
to
Sean's
roll.
like bombs dropping or whatever? What do you call them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what was it?
The truth bomb.
Truth bombs, yeah.
Homer dropped a big truth bomb that ended with, "Therefore, we should all vote for Sam." And I'm like, wait, whoa.
Or the other lady.
They're loud.
Yeah.
Just
Forgotten
don't
her
trust
name.
Omer. I think is
Right.
like really good information for all of us.
Literally,
to
what I was saying
have.
was right. You weren't even there, Kirsten.
Yeah, but I know enough of your
British
energy.
Columbia ass bitch. And guess what? Nobody's going to be filming in your province anymore because of all of the tariffs. So let's see what happens to your economy
Got
now,
her.
British Columbia.
I think
Got her.
I think we're actually gonna be fine. They were filming a Lifetime movie at my place of work just this week.
It's mostly just that I need them to be
Ooh,
roughly
Lifetime
the
got
same as me, so that you can adjust your own volume accordingly.
They changed their permanent filming location to the Outer Banks.
Oh God.
That's when they're really
Georgia.
cutting costs.
Huh?
That's when they're really cutting costs at that
Yeah.
point.
Survivor Harlem's gonna be amazing.
I swear I've had a dream in my life where Survivor is filming in Charleston,
I was prepared for a Zoom season back when I was doing 41.
I think you would have done
it'll
really
be the
well.
same. It'll be the
On
same.
Zoom?
Yeah, you would have crushed on a Zoom season, Zach. I think you would have really
Yeah.
cleared house.
Jeff is like, all right, everybody, for your next challenge, check your email. There should be a link.
That'd be so good. Jeff hosts the entire thing from his phone, joined from his phone on Zoom.
I'm gonna need you to take out your tennis balls now.
Right.
Wasn't there like a Zoom Survivor thing during COVID? That thing got canceled.
Oh yeah, it was sequester.
Oh, we don't have time to get into sequester lord today.
No.
I was cooped up in my college apartment watching Abby Maria cook on that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Same, Sam. Oh, my God.
Okay,
Oh man.
I could be
Aaron,
mean
you know who I
here.
ran into from sequester, by the way?
Oh,
I ran into I think his name is Brendan.
Brendan, yeah.
Yes, I ran into him and he was like, "Oh, you probably don't know who I am." He was like, "Brendan." I was like, "Wait, were you from the sequester influencer game?"
Yeah, he's a
Not
friend of mine.
the
We hang out.
sequester influencer game instead of the actual TV show that he was on.
No, that's where I knew him from. I was like, "Yeah, you were runner up."
Yeah.
He was like blown away.
It's fine. I learned about Zach from the Squid Game.
Right.
Jack.
Who's Jack?
I don't know who Jack is.
Why are there two outsiders at base? That's so annoying.
Okay, so I could be mean here
Yeah, two outsiders.
and kind of try to go,
Dwight hates us.
try to tank my own team.
There's
Not
too
not
much
super
ocean in Taran's
intentionally.
fucking motion. I mean, the opposite.
What?
There's too much motion in that fucking ocean. He needs to stop walking.
Oh my god.
I'll walk all I want.
I like it.
Ugh,
It
you
keeps
can
me
hear
on my
us still.
toes.
Taran, that is literally goals for me. What you achieved here. I love walking. I hate running. I love walking, and
Yeah, I want to get a walking pad and a standing desk, but then I don't want to be that person at work who's walking in a work meeting. I feel like that is like a menacing vibe. Sorry, Taran. It is a little menacing.
It's very menacing. especially
Well, I
coming from
wouldn't
Taran.
do it in a work meeting, but I'll do it here.
I've never seen that movie, but It Follows.
Oh, that's a pretty good movie.
It's also giving like The Long Walk. I don't know if people saw the
That's
preview.
gonna be a movie soon.
I'm so excited. My favorite
Everyone,
Stephen King book.
Me
Tokyo
too.
Submarine, correct?
Yes.
With his cooking?
Yes.
Yes.
Great, lovely. Good night.
Okay, so I like to kind of try to be suspicious when I'm good. I think Saint is such a
But I did see
great.
they dropped it from like 4 miles per hour to 3 miles per hour, which makes it much
Oh,
better.
did they? I was
Yeah,
reading that they hadn't.
Oh, no, they did.
Ah. Let me tell you, as somebody that was walking about 4 miles an hour while watching Survivor, it's a lot.
Well, at least something was happening.
Well,
I
that's
think you
why
could
I
go
re- that's
twice
why I
that
upped the
speed
speed.
during this season of Survivor. At least.
It was when they were like,
Gotta
"Are we
bring that
voting out
energy.
Mary or Star?" That I was like, "All right, we got to speed this up."
Yeah, this is the first season that I feel like I've just completely kind of abandoned.
Wait,
'Cause
did you
it's-
just stop watching?
Yeah, because the
Omer's
East Coast will
claiming I'm
air,
his
and then I like
marionette
check
out
Twitter
of the
real quick, and I
gate.
see everyone's like worst episode yet, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna spend 90 minutes.
Thing
to
is,
watch
that doesn't
people
actually
calling the
impact my
worst
strategy
episode of
much.
Survivor of all time.
I also think there was a span
still
where
just
like
gonna say I'm sane.
the episodes
I'm still
though
just gonna be
strategically,
sketchy.
like not great were really funny.
If I get voted
kind of
out,
stopped being so funny as well.
it's helpful.
Well, the David standing up was pretty
And if I get voted out as sane, it's what I wanted in the first
No,
place.
that was scary. Like,
scary.
I no, like the way he stood up, I'm like, what are you trying to do? Like, are you trying to intimidate people? Like, no,
I
sit
didn't
down.
notice it watching the first time, but Star's face is actually so
It's
funny in the
so
screenshot.
funny.
Yeah.
I'm right. I loved that you said that the vibe of the season is like incredibly disingenuous, and I was like, well, yeah, but if you're gonna be disingenuous, like at least be funny like Coach. And then David did the most Coach thing possible.
Yes.
And like stood up out of like
So true.
respect.
Yeah, but like, you know what? I got that same joy out of seeing the like 10-second clip of that on Twitter as I would have watching the 90-minute episode.
Don't you want to be part of a cultural moment?
It wasn't.
Listen, I'm just trying to. If I'm suffering, I want him to suffer too. Okay.
This is like the biggest miss on production's part since Worlds Apart. On their read of the situation.
Oh, you mean like with how much they were hyping it up?
Yeah, they're like, this
Who
is
was
the best
where
season ever.
where were they hyping it up? Because I feel like I must have missed that.
I don't know if they were doing it publicly, but like we were told that like production likes 48 more than our season.
There was a
Listen, it's a good question to ask regardless, because if he tells me somebody else is on the evil team, then I've caught him.
Great season, which
None.
it was the clue that it was going to not be a single tiny question.
And the response
Well, it's funny
is
because
damning.
during our season, he said to us, somebody on the jury asked him, "Is this a good season?" And he's like, "You know, I've learned my lesson not to even say whether it is or not anymore."
That's funny because then he definitely said that to 44. He's like, "Wow, you guys are way better than 43."
Yeah.
You're like, "Oh wow, okay."
Well, 43 was like their, you know, like they were
Bitch
mad.
eating cracker.
Yeah.
They were upset after that.
How long do you think that 48 will take to like accept the fact that their season sucks?
They are
I
still
don't
not
think they ever
accepting it,
will.
So
Never.
they're
They
never
never
going to.
will.
But
We're
like,
gonna get
thing
the
is,
snarky
and,
ass
like-
No,
people
no,
from bitch
guys,
about
it's
how
too early.
we-
It's too early to say it sucks.
Yeah.
We need to wait a little longer and see.
Just like it's too early to turn on Joe.
Exactly.
Yeah. But the
I'll-
thing is, like 5 years, people will be like, you know, and that was kind of a good season, though.
No,
They
the
will be wrong.
48
That always happens.
48 will turn the moment that a worse season comes by.
yeah,
And then they'll be like just eating that up, being like, you know.
I will say I rewatched Edge of Extinction not that long ago, and that season eats. That is
Yeah,
like-
It is
does.
pretty good.
It
I
really
agree.
is.
God.
It would have been
It
better
is.
with 90 minutes though.
the only problem with that
Ugh.
Did you say it eats pho?
that season is so good, and the only problem with it is that none of the good stuff matters at all, and that's like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
unfortunate part.
That's true. Also, some of the
Right.
people were kind of boring.
The problem is
I don't
that
think
Rick
I can make
Devens
it
is there,
bigger.
and he's annoying. Sorry.
He
Oh,
loves
I
somebody
love
else.
him. I think he's
I
great.
like him.
As an
I thought he
ending.
was a hoot.
Wait, he's only done one season, right?
I know
Or
I
has he
can do.
done two?
Oops.
But it felt like two.
Only
One.
one eat so
I can
far.
do this.
He
I
returns.
guess we'll find out in a month.
Wait, how did I get that? How did I get-
Find out in
Oh, this one.
13 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't
13.
actually make the text bigger.
No, 17,
17.
something like that.
End of May.
18 days.
Isn't that going to be a fun day where like you're just sitting like texting every single person you know from Survivor? Test.
Well, Roxroy should ghost.
Yes. Rockroy Zanny is confirmed.
You're gonna text like Mariah Sharon's gonna be like question mark. Never mind, you're good.
Did everyone see the new Dan Spilo news?
Yeah, correct.
That's
Oh.
another. That's another season that is was actually kind of good until it really wasn't. You know what I mean? Like the start of Island of the Idols is really funny.
The pre-merge is so good.
The only thing that gets messy with those seasons, like 38, 39 are in the same boat there. Even like, I just, the merge is too big for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's so many people.
That's the only problem with the merge, eh?
What number do they merge at?
13.
They merge at like 13 or 14.
It was
that
13.
is a lot of people.
But the jury started at 14.
Well, the only reason I say that is because there's like definitely people who make like they make it multiple rounds post merge that can't even really be featured in like the edit because so many people they have to focus on.
Two things. One, Zach did his interview with them the day after that episode aired, I think. And B, Jenny Kim also did, and she said something that I can't reveal on stream, but if we have a private chat, I'll tell.
Well, what had happened was with Jenny specifically, I won't go too deep into it. Jenny was in the mix for 39.
Yes.
Long first night.
So so Jenny Kim sees that Kelly Kim caught on to the season. It's pretty easy for Jenny Kim to be like, oh, well, that's the person who, would have
Good morning, everybody. It is with great displeasure I inform you that your beloved storyteller, myself, has once again, to the surprise of everybody, perished in the night at the hands of a demon. You guys should go solve this once again. Thank you. And immediately.
Kristen. Everyone goes.
Breaking off. That's too much time. There's 9 of you.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello. Marionette check.
You are not my marionette.
You are not my marionette either.
Okay.
Are you like, do you have like one of those stand-up treadmills?
Yeah.
Yes. That's
It's
great.
Yes. Claire wants to talk to me. I don't know if she... Let me see if I can invite her in. Hello.
Hi. Thanks for
I don't know if you wanted a private chat or if you just wanted in.
No. I wanted to come in the group chat. Because I was the only one still in town square. So it's an odd number of people.
Well, neither of us are marionettes to each other.
Yeah.
That's about as far as we've gotten.
Okay. I'm sure. I'll trust you.
Any info? Any outsider claims?
I am not an outsider, I'll say that. I'm a townsfolk. I will be getting information. I don't have information now.
I am an outsider.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very nice.
Interesting.
Then I too am an outsider.
Whoa.
Oh, whoa. 2 face-up outsiders.
Yes. I don't think I'll be particularly useful, but for right now, I do not get information at night or anything like that.
Okay, I'll mark you down as recluse. So are one of you guys saints? Is that what I'm hearing?
I would say, man, if we really are both outsiders, Baron seems kind of likely to me.
Well, I'm not one, so.
All right.
Interesting.
All right, you guys are weird.
Jeez, just because we're outsiders doesn't mean we're weird. We can be normal just like anyone else.
Losers.
I promise.
Okay, nice.
Ooh.
All right. Omer's been talking to Franny since instantly out of the meeting.
Been talking to the same people. Oh.
Taran.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing all right. Anything you want to share with me, or you want me to go first?
I've already heard 2 outsider claims.
Oh, isn't that fun? Okay.
Have you heard any?
I have not heard an outsider claim, but I've heard of a librarian.
Okay. librarian
Okay.
starts knowing one of 2 outsiders. Do we know which one that they know
They heard of a drunk.
of? Oh, okay.
Yes, which would mean barren or lying.
Yes. Yep. That's good info.
Barren or false information. Okay, so that's what you've heard to outsiders. Anything you care to share about yourself in any capacity, or I guess you give me information, I'll give you information next. Okay.
Okay.
So just to be fair, I'll give you 3. Sound good?
Okay.
Fortune teller, empath, monk.
Okay.
Okay.
I will additionally say that I am one of the outsiders.
Okay, all right. You want to share with me? You care to share, or is this a not care to share kind of situation?
I haven't told anyone which one yet. I don't really think there's a reason not to, though, because I'm the saint.
Saint.
Yeah.
Push you down here. Oh, great. Wonderful. All right. Okay. Maybe later down, I will, based upon how each one of my 3 roles works out, I will come out as to which one to do.
All right, sounds good.
Yes, it's my outlet. It's my art, if you will.
So, Bobby, I've been working on Devil's Plan.
Feel free to discuss.
I made a video
for being a monster.
Like right now?
Right.
But Netflix really doesn't want me to put it out.
No, that's so bad. For us
Okay, well,
anymore.
no, that's
Does
that's
anyone
fine. I can
have anything
defend
to say
myself.
before I open Nom?
Yeah, I would say that I could not be more against that. We should absolutely have Kirsten do Omer first.
Yeah, I was actually just gonna share my information publicly to start the round. So I am the librarian, and either Christian or Claire are drunk. So that just could be some important information, or me.
Yeah,
So if there's like a Virgin I can nominate to prove that, it would be really helpful.
Omer, you should nominate Omer right now before.
Okay, I'm nominating Omer.
Okay, I am gonna say, Omer, you nominated Kirsten earlier. Do you want to nom that?
I was goading her into nominating me, so it's fine.
Well, you don't have to goad me. It's pretty easy.
Kirsten, are you nominating Omer? Is what
Yeah, I'm nominating Omer.
Okay, execute and die. Good night.
Oh,
okay.
Hey, there we go.
Wait.
That's some very good info.
Yay!
That's good. Okay.
I'm not drunk.
So confirmed. Unless she was poisoned on night 1, that either
my God.
Claire or me are drunk. So let's operate under that assumption. It's correct.
Okay.
If she was poisoned on night 1, though, then wouldn't she not die right now?
No, it has nothing to do with whether or not she's a
I
townsfolk.
see.
She's still a townsfolk.
Gotcha.
Oh my God, Omer gets to play this game is 100% confirmed good. That's awesome.
I know. I kind of. Can we re-rack? I don't think I like that.
Omer, the moment you were like, I'm nominating Kirsten, I was like, sus.
It was to goad her, you fool.
It's the most natural thing in the world for Omer to be targeting me for no reason anyway.
Exactly. I was doing Veronica a solid.
Oh my God. Can we? It's been 7 years.
I'll never let it go.
Why?
I hate her.
Oh my God.
That's not very plur of you.
Well, her actions aren't exactly the most plur either, so.
What does plur mean?
Peace, love, unity, respect.
Oh, I don't care
Ew.
about that.
I mean,
I know. Ugh.
disgusting.
When did that get
What is
invented?
this, Survivor 48?
Yeah. Except not really. Fake it.
I mean, it wasn't very plur of her to call me fat on the live feeds.
It also was. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Now I hate her even more.
She's like, I knew I was getting in because I saw her and she was bigger. And I was like,
Ew.
quite literally wearing, like, demonstrably
that's
not fat
I just
at the
picked
time.
the wrong one.
So, okay.
I mean, I already didn't like her, but now I hate her.
And she never apologized for that.
Ew.
I know.
She was not super fun on the show, if I remember.
She called a house meeting.
Okay.
She had some suspicious braids in her hair.
Oh, like on White Chicks.
Yeah, exactly like on White.
That was such a good movie. Honestly, it's honestly one of my top 5 movies of all time. Probably
Okay.
White Chicks is a documentary.
I love running through the hospital.
Gio, without talking to anybody else, Bluffed an
Yes.
outsider
When
roll.
I see somebody in the hall in the hospital, I will just shove them aside and be like, "Move, bitch."
But
They don't
whether
always know
she was
why.
imp or baron,
If they
she
don't
could
get the
do
reference,
that.
it's on them.
Yeah.
So do
So
we?
it doesn't really
do we
claim. It
have
doesn't really prove anything.
another outsider out there? I mean, obviously we do.
I heard that somebody heard of outsiders.
I've heard
so
of
there
one outsider.
I've
One-
heard of
Omer's heard of an outsider, but he only
wait.
talked to Franny.
there should be at least one who knows that they are.
Well,
I've heard
'cause
of
we
one
have-
that was direct.
I've heard of 2.
You've
You've
heard
heard
of
of
two.
two?
All right.
Oh.
One of them,
Not drunk.
Was one
one of them's lying then.
So then one of them's
One
like,
of
it's
them's
either 1 or 3.
I thought it would be best to not have this conversation.
Claire.
Yeah, it's either 2 or 4.
No, but I mean,
Yes.
sorry, it's either 1 or 3 who know that they're an
Non-drunk.
outsider.
Yeah,
yeah.
non-drunk.
Taran Armstrong,
I'd like to
lying
crack that open.
demon.
Says the man who night 1 before we even started said, "Hey, you're my marionette."
That was a joke.
Yeah, but
What a
Jared,
crazy
we
thing
can
for a
get
virgin to
Homer's
say.
confirmed good.
I wish there was any world where Omer could be bad. Like any, you know?
Like all of you are gagging for it, but
I
like
just
it's
wanna-
not happening.
That's your new favorite phrase, Omer.
It
You can't
is.
stop saying gagging for it. It's
I'll
kind of like,
never.
I'm gagging for that. And I think
you
that
just
I
heard
want
it the
to
first
stop.
time?
He's
From the
obsessed
other
with it.
2.
Just not looking so good for Mr. Live Feeds because half the board is clear.
I would honestly be so happy
Is
if they
half the
voted
board
me out.
clear? The 2 of you.
Well, me, Kirsten, and there's one other person
Exactly
I'm pretty
2
sure
people.
about. And if you're telling me the truth, you
Yeah. Well, the drunk.
and then either Christian or
I mean, I trust Zach for like making sure I knew who to kill to clear.
but that also, to be fair, is a really good way to build trust. with the whole
And
group.
Zach normally
he does do
fools
that
me every
sometimes.
time. And I
He
told
does
him
do
in
that
our private
sometimes.
chat today, I said, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times. Stop
Yeah.
fooling me.
I mean,
I'm gullible, but you're mean.
Fool me 3 times just to stop.
There's no.
I know,
Kirsten,
I
promise you.
reposted that TikTok and I will be.
I think that's how I
saying it.
saw it. Was that you reposted? it.
Yeah. I
Yeah, the
did.
options
There's
are
no
like
fooling being
it's
done this
possible
game, I
that
promise you.
Kirsten
I
was
better not.
That's
poisoned.
what he would
Like,
say if he was fooling.
Otherwise,
No, no,
the
no.
information is
Zach
fairly
is like so
reliable.
impressive in that I feel like his
Um,
your affect,
Kristen, think
and
of his
your-
60th.
everything is exactly the same.
But it
if you
still
are
doesn't guarantee
No,
that
that's
there's a
not true.
baron.
Last time he was so clearly bad.
Well,
And
yeah,
because
no,
because
Gia
you
could be
outed me.
lying.
No, before
because
that.
you told everyone.
No, sorry, I'm talking about 2 games ago.
As
He was so
imp
bad and
or-
nobody would listen, and they let him live, and then he was the demon.
No.
The one where he was
Well,
Fang
clearly I was
next
good enough.
or no Dashi next to me.
Or
Yes.
the well,
Okay,
Baron
that's true.
herself,
He
or
was
I guess
bad,
Spy.
And he was so clearly bad, but nobody would listen.
But
It's
then that ended
just-
up helping because people were like, "Oh, if he's bad, he must be the minion."
The problem is
Yeah,
that
that
both
was
of the
interesting.
Wurmberger brothers have just absolutely hung me out to dry in this game every time I've played with them.
Look,
You know
if
who wouldn't?
Corey, if
Molly.
Corey's getting you, no excuse. I mean, he
No,
is-
he
Well,
Corey like
So
That's on
basically,
you.
Kirsten
Because
could
I
have
know-
correct
I know
info
he is,
and
like,
Gia's
lying. He
lying,
gets this
and
little
that
grin
just
on
means
his
there's a
face. He's like,
drunk in me.
I trust you implicitly. But then we'll go into the meeting, he'll be like, it's Kirsten, we have to vote her out. Excuse me?
But is that a situation where you took something different away from the conversation than what was said?
No, I don't think so. Well, maybe. I am also very bad at this. So
no, you
you're
crushed that first
not.
round, and now you're the most confirmed good person. You and Omer,
Yeah.
so everyone
yeah,
can
but
give
I
you.
don't even. I
basically-
only get 1 vote the whole game.
But everyone can give you their information now.
I want to be like HOH. I want everybody to come into my room one at a time, tell me everything they know.
Oh, unless Kirsten's spy. Ooh,
What?
that's a world.
I don't think she knew that was a world.
right. But it is.
I'm like, okay, perfect. I am clear. I know what's up. And then Christian's like, unless this is the situation. Like,
Yeah.
Unless this is. I'm like, okay, well, I was told that this is the way to clear my
Like
So
Mike the situation.
No, you are cleared
not
until
make the situation.
Do you think Roxbury knows what Jersey
Kirsten
Shore
as
is?
spy would be very
I think
interesting.
so.
I wouldn't take the other side of that bet.
It's not like Roxroy lives in a bunker. Like he has a
Do
television.
we know if he does or not?
Romeo visited him one time.
Does everybody
the
remember?
She certainly like set it up like, oh, is there a virgin I can nominate to prove my information?
Random guy on Facebook.
Good morning, everybody. Zach died in the night.
Ooh, interesting.
Ooh.
Crazy.
That was helpful because I didn't know what he was.
All right.
I knew what he was.
Oh,
Well,
Oh, hello.
hello. So I am the saint.
Oh.
And I heard also of another outsider who didn't tell me what they were, but they were clearly claiming something that wasn't drunk, and that person was not Claire or Christian, which implies that either that person is lying, or there's a Baron, or you were poisoned, or you're the spy.
Okay. Well, I'm the librarian. There's no way for it to say librarian in front of my face, and I'm anything other than librarian or drunk, right?
Yeah, and if you were drunk, you wouldn't have died.
Exactly. Okay. So I feel pretty confident. I know you can't see the little book next to my name. I feel pretty confident.
Well, I did
that
put
I'm
it there
the
myself for what it's worth.
Oh, perfect. Love that. Yeah, based on what Christian is like, Christian shared his role with me, but I don't want to give his information away, and I do believe that he at least thinks he's that. Like, he could be drunk.
Yeah,
of
he
course.
gave me a 3. My
What
thing
3 did he
is
give
that if
you?
there's a Baron, then there should be one more claim for outsider.
Well, I think Franny said that she had heard 2 outside of.
I think
the
Claire
drunk
said she
thing,
heard
right?
2. Let me invite Franny in
Oh,
here.
Claire.
hey.
Hello.
Taran, I've heard that you're potentially an outsider, and I'm curious which one because I don't want my situation to be affected by you.
I'm the saint.
Oh, okay. Okay, great.
Are
That's
you an
actually
outsider?
fabulous.
Because we need a third outsider claim.
I'm not an outsider. I'm the Slayer. Are you willing to be shot?
Sure.
Okay.
Slay.
What
It's a
I'm saying,
waste.
my thought is that there should be another outsider claim because I know of one
Yes.
other, but there should be a third. Yeah.
Which one is she claiming?
She didn't tell me. But there should be a third claim if there's a Baron.
Yes.
Otherwise, there's perhaps a liar
Yeah.
or bad
And
info.
then
Oh, wow.
I don't have Christian or Claire's role, but if one of them is information, it's good to identify which one of them is drunk. I'm gonna go try to talk to Gia really quick. I'm curious which one she's claiming. Oh no, I'm sorry, I told you my role. Okay, I'm gonna go.
What roles did Christian give to you in his 3 role?
Empath, monk, and I think fortune teller.
Okay. That's the same one he gave me. Zach was the monk.
Okay.
He told me, he believed me when I said I was the librarian. And he
Christian
told me
definitely
the role.
implied that he would have information later, so monk was not my
Yeah,
top suspect.
he's given me some info, but of course we don't know if it's good or not. So,
Okay.
gotta go or we'll get in trouble.
Claim thing for the 9th.
Hello, everyone. 7 Alive takes 4 on the block. Free to discuss.
All right, I think we need to figure out this outsider thing.
Yep.
Yes.
There are 2 outsider claims, and I think
Not
Taran is
outsider.
lying.
So there should be a third claim or possibly a liar or misinformation.
Mhm.
So I'm an outsider.
What kind of outsider?
I'm the saint.
A likely story.
And then Gia, what are you?
I'm the butler.
Who did you buttle?
I buttled Franny. Both rounds.
Oh.
Yeah, you seem to know. You seem to have it going on. You know what you're doing.
Thanks. I needed a helping hand.
So
It's
So
weird
with-
that you would buttle Franny the second night when I am confirmed good and she's not.
I didn't think of it that deeply, honestly.
Yeah, I would definitely buttle Omer from now on. Though he's
Yeah.
chaotic, so maybe it's not.
my
Yeah, I
immediate
don't know about that.
strategy thinking about this is if we were to, if we had like a Slayer, for example, we could shoot Taran,
Yes.
kill Gia,
Jin the Sky, thank you
and
for the
then
12th.
just handle this entire thing in one night.
Yeah, I'll just come forward. I'm the Slayer. I was thinking that when Taran said he was Saint. I am down to just blow that now, unless we.
do it.
Okay. Franny is the Slayer, shooting Taran.
All right, what's your weapon of choice?
A tulip.
A tulip. All right, well, get a lovely tulip out of the ground. And Taran is already dodging everything being thrown at him. Nothing was thrown at him yet. And here comes the tulip, and he still dodges it. Nothing happens.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
I will say I got into a conversation with one Big Brother player, Amazing Race winner, player Rafus, who told me a story that she was a fortune teller and that she got a 1 or a yes, some could say, on Taran and Gia. And then I said, Miss Claire, what about night 1? And then she looked extremely confused and was like, I don't think I should tell you that. And I said, that's crazy for you to not tell me that. Then she was shuffling her papers and looking at the screen and was like, I checked you and Zach. And yes.
Look,
Odd.
But Kirsten
sorry?
already said Claire may be drunk, so.
Oh.
Yes, but also she could be
Well,
the one who is
but that
bad
has
and
nothing to do with her
drunk.
being drunk. That just has her
Right.
yes, not
The
knowing
claim
what
is
was
that she
told.
didn't know if she was supposed to have a night 1 read because she's not
No,
actually
I
the
know.
fortune.
We're
Yeah.
saying about
no,
the.
Claire
no,
would
no,
know
no,
that
no.
she has a night 1 read, though.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, Claire's good
I
to see.
had marked down potentially evil on Omer and Zach. I forgot about the virgin thing. Honestly, I get distracted.
Then why tell me about night 2?
Spreading what information I have.
Misinformation.
Whatever. True information.
Now open, by the way.
Christian, I'm wondering if you have any sense that you could be drunk. Reason to believe that you could be the drunk.
At this point I would be
no opportunity.
unable. I would be unable to determine that fact, but I am
Okay.
very aware of the possibility. Okay.
Okay.
People know what my bluffs are. All three of my what all my 3 are, and so I think that shouldn't have said that, right?
So my 3 bluffs.
My 3
are-
bluffs.
And
I have my
median
bluffs tab.
and
That's
my-
why. So anyway.
Yeah.
Second call
So-
nominations.
Who do you think the
I think that
66?
the clear, I mean, as dead ringer as you can get is for some reason the fortune teller deciding that the confirmed virgin does not need to know the fortune teller information, or is only entitled to half
Look,
of the fortune teller
If you
information.
want to kill me, that's fine. I would rather kill into the 2 other outsider claims happening. If you want to kill me because I was kind of shifty with Omer, who is always kind of shifty, I think that's fine.
Yeah, I nominate Claire.
Why?
All the reasons I just stated. Also, why fire into the 2 outsiders, one of which is the Saint? There's no way we're going to go for the Saint right now. You know, the only reason we would go into the Saint. I mean, thankfully we shot her. She shot him. But like, I don't know why we would fire into the 2 outsiders when one is the Saint. That doesn't make sense either. So I think that all those reasons together make sense to get rid of Claire. Plus, she's now out as the fortune teller and would die anyway.
Okay, Claire, your defense.
I was saying shoot Gia, not necessarily kill Taran. I think if you want to kill me, it's fine. If we want to clear this up, I'll take this bullet. I think there are better kills, and then if we want to kill me tomorrow, that's fine as well. Don't do this.
Can we
Anything else?
put it on the block?
But potentially I'm drunk anyways, so my information
why are we being
might not
silent?
even matter.
Yeah, I don't. What can we?
We're,
okay.
oh, we can talk. Oh.
I think that Gia or Sam is a better kill here. Or
Can we put it on the block?
or Slayer
Sam?
Fanny. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of better kills here than Claire. I don't know why we would get Sarah.
Anything else before I run this
I
vote
would rather
for?
kill Gia than Claire, but I will if I need to die too. That's also fine.
Yeah,
Can we put
Yeah, I'm-
four and decide after?
I'm
No,
gonna run
I
this
don't
vote
even
for
want to put her
Claire.
on, honestly.
It
I feel like
takes
there
I'm
four
sorry to-
aren't
votes.
that many.
I mean, I think the reason to kill her is the sketchy response
It's a
to Omer.
sketchy. It's a sketchy. It doesn't make any sense.
Running
It
the
doesn't
vote
make
for
any
Claire.
sense at all. I'm
This
not.
is a
Look,
social
it's
read
four.
found by
It's okay.
Omer.
Should
Why are we reading a social read from Omer as like gospel? You know.
Oh,
Okay.
oh
yeah,
wait.
what happened there? Yeah. What was that?
I said that I
No, she's buddled.
can't
Can
vote
I-
if you doesn't
Oh.
vote.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I forgot that you bottled me. I'm
Oh.
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is my fault.
Okay.
I took my hand down because we had.
Why? Why? Why?
Because we had 4. She took her down now because we
We had 5. We had 5 up, and I wanted to keep it at 4 because I think that it's not a bad idea to get Gia out. I think that butlers are tough as the votes get smaller. I mean, there is a confirmed good person that she could buttle, but it relies on Omer knowing what's going on. You know what I mean?
Christian, is your role
Thinks
out?
that I
maybe?
should be bottled.
My roll's not out.
I would
my
buttle
3
Omer
are out.
next if I survive.
Last call for nominations.
Omer's
Then
probably
vote-
gonna die tomorrow.
Then
too.
nominate Sam. No, don't nominate Sam.
Ten.
I
I'll,
think you
I'll
should nominate
nominate Gia. I'll nominate Gia.
Why?
Butler, and we're coming down to not that many people.
Gia, your defense.
I mean, if I need to go, I understand, but I think I could be used this next round. I should not have buttled Franny this past round, but I would fix that next round. But yeah, that's about it.
All right. Anything else before I run this vote for Gia?
I'd rather we get rid of this outsider.
I mean,
That's
she's
her-
either evil or the butler. Either way, it's not like the worst thing in the world to vote her out.
All right. It takes 4 votes to put
Okay with
Gia
that.
on the block. Running it.
After this, I do want to just give my reason why I'm sus on Sam.
Yeah, I know nothing about Sam. I'm curious to hear.
Gia's on the block with 4.
So the reason that I'm sus on Sam is that Sam is the only person in the game, other than Kirsten, who knew I was the monk. I'd only told him, and for me to get instantly sniped, unless it's a spy, which is obviously possible, just naturally makes me lean most on him. In addition, I mean, based on his role, it's not like we'd be losing something that will like completely like break the game open. And I also think that the info that clears him, I've heard there's some info that clears him. There's very easy reason to not believe that. It's not a nomination because I can't nominate Sam. Do you want to respond to that?
No, I mean it's fair. Like I told you when I went in the room with you, I was like, "Well,
Would you nominate yourself?
I mean, if you want to kill me, that's fine. I told Zach in the room, like, if
I think
you
it would
wanna-
go a long way if you nominated
Sure,
yourself.
I'll nominate myself.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, there's not a great look when you're told right off the bat who the monk is, and then the monk dies. A hand up can acknowledge that one. So, I'm fine with this. I don't really care either way.
All right. Anything else before I run this vote for Sam?
What is it? If can you say your role if you're fine with this?
Yeah, I mean, Zach, you know my role. Should I say my role?
I mean, you don't have to. It's up to you.
I don't think you should. I mean, I kind of think you should.
No, I shouldn't at this point.
I think you should.
Okay, I'm the mayor. So I don't get any. I don't really have a function. So like if I die, like the probability of us getting a mayor win is very small. So like if we need to kill me just to kill me, we can.
All right, I'm gonna
I
run
will
this
say
vote.
that I think Gia, like just based on how that butler thing happened with Franny,
Yeah.
I do 100%
Yeah.
believe she's the butler. So I do
Yeah, she
think
was
Sam
very
is the
on
better
top of
kill
it.
here.
I think there's other kills on the board as well.
I'm
but,
gonna run this vote
other
for
than
Sam. It takes 4 to first.
Do we want to do Sam?
I would
feel
love this
ambivalent between the two of them.
I would
I'll cut it up
like-
just so we can.
have a nomination after this.
Not enough. You have very short time.
I will nominate Taran
Why?
because I think that one of Gia and Taran is definitely lying, and I kind of think that it's Gia Gia's not lying based on what just happened. So if Taran didn't hit because of the Slayer shot, then either Franny was drunk or poisoned, or he's just a minion, but I think that he's more likely to be bad. And I would be down to kill the Saint and have to start over again because I'm so sure he's bad.
You forgot the possibility that she's my minion.
Taran, your defense. Go for it. You're muted if you were talking before this, by the way, because of how it's set up. So you want your defense now.
Well, I just said that he forgot that she could be my minion. That's all. That's a possibility. Go for it.
Anything else
I don't
before I
believe
run?
him at all.
Anything else before I run this vote for Taran?
He did just get Slayer shot.
I don't believe him either, but
He's Slayer shot, Omer, and I can't
Yeah,
be
but he
drunk.
could be a minion.
It's like
and-
the off chance that I'm poisoned, and you're the only person I told my role to day one.
But then what's the world in which he's actually the same?
he could be a minion, but this is also
There's a smarter move here. We have a Spent Slayer on the
I'm gonna
board
run
who's
this
part
vote
of this
for Taran.
who's part of this confirmation chain that Taran
Yeah,
is
Christian,
not-
that's a great point.
I know.
I've already nominated today. I recommend killing the Spent Slayer.
Yeah, can we nominate Franny? Can someone put her on the board?
You already nominated.
I feel like we've all already
Can I
No,
nominate?
that's not true.
Right,
Or am
Yeah,
I done?
yeah, you can nominate Gia.
All right, I
want to-
nominate Franny.
Why?
Spent Slayer.
Defense.
Yes, certainly Spent Slayer, happy to die. I sort of feel like there are better options, but if you want to, go for it.
Anything else before I run this vote?
Just to be clear, from my perspective, knowing I'm the Saint, there still has to be another outsider claim in order for Gia to be good. So I think I don't vote for this personally.
Anything else before I run
That's
this
a
vote?
good point.
Right.
Like one of them still has to be lying.
Running it.
I mean, yeah, we can't get it without Aaron.
You gotta like this. I feel like this vote's been manipulated a couple of times here.
In what way?
In what way?
Well, we lost one pretty. I don't want to lose sight of what the Clarinanigans that
With
happened earlier.
all of
I
this,
agree. I totally agree. There was the
with
best.
this, Gia has been
I would
executed
make that my shirt if I was
and
on
does die.
Survivor.
Aw.
Good night.
Claire's the best kill here.
I just want to throw out. I'm sorry for pulling my hand down on that one. I did genuinely forget that Gia had buttled me, and I didn't think through that
That's
would bring us down
plausible.
to
That's-
3.
I agree.
That's
yeah,
not the reason.
I'm sorry about that.
But
Oh,
that's
sorry.
not the reason. To be clear, but I totally believe that, Franny.
What's not the reason? Oh, that's not the reason that you are talking about shenanigans.
Yeah.
I mean, there is still the possibility that Kirsten was poisoned or lying.
I see.
We should not be
With
forgetting
Claire
about that.
Nanigans.
Yeah, that was.
I don't want to completely negate that.
No.
Because she did. I will say I talked
But, like,
to
if
Claire
Franny was
along with
bad,
Sam day one, and she specifically
why-
said that she did not have information yet, but she
Would she
get
instantly go
information,
to slaying me
which would be
Very sus.
blatantly wrong
and clearing me
and
when
go-
I'm good?
goes with her like not seeming to know that fortune teller got me.
yes.
Guys, I've played this game a lot.
Yeah,
okay?
but not know why.
And
It feels more likely
Well,
that
then, girl, you would know that fortune
She
teller
is
gets
just bad.
everyone.
No, I'm
Yeah,
trying to
Omer.
throw you off, okay?
Homer, I'm confused.
No.
What was the interaction that happened?
I said, "What was your fortune teller ping?" Or she said, "I'm fortune teller." I said, "What was your ping?" She said that Taran and Gia, and it was a no. Then I said, "Well, what was your night one stuff?" And then she was like, Then looked at the screen, said, "I
Well-
don't think I should tell you." Shuffled her papers. I said, "You
Okay.
have to tell
I
me
don't have
I'm a good
This
person."
is
Then
hyperbole.
looked a little bit
story.
more, and then was
For
like, "It
sure.
was you and Zach," and
This
was a
is what it
yes.
was. Okay, let me tell you
It's a lot of
the real story
shuffling.
For
what
once in my
Yeah, I mean,
life,
like-
I believe Omer.
The main
No,
thing
no,
is
no.
that
Okay, this is what
Claire
happened.
seemed to want Gia
Omer
gone, which is
always
the biggest piece of
locks
evidence
in
that
on me,
Gia's
okay? We
good.
cannot-
Gia also
this is what
was
happened.
really on the
Like,
ball with
what
the
was
butler
your-
shot.
What are you? fortune
But
teller?
the reason I was fine with
Last night.
Gia being
And
voted out
Gia
is that,
was
like,
okay. And what was it the night
best
before?
case scenario, she's
And I
the
kind of look
butler.
like at him, and I'm like,
and that could screw up votes.
like assessing. I'm like, I don't know if I should.
No,
tell
it was
you.
not like that. It was
And he
confusing.
Well,
was
so
like-
what? That means you think Zach was the demon and Star passed the second night?
No, I don't think she thinks that.
Or
If
for
anything,
No,
I'm the
I
red
don't
herring.
necessarily-
I mean,
It was the
maybe
red
the
herring. Yeah.
is-
Oh, of course, of course.
And I was like, and he was like, well, that was weird. He was like, that was a stumble. I'm like, no,
Super
like I
weird.
saw it on you and Zach. And he was like,
does sound
okay, I'm
weird.
leaving.
Well, the fact that one of you or a Christian is the drunk is, I think
That's why
pretty
if she just gave
powerful.
that info, it wouldn't have been a red flag. It was the stumble, and clearly, like, she didn't know. She should have gotten night one
Well,
info.
but
That was
I
weird.
do kind of like the idea of just collecting whatever info they can collect and then seeing, like, towards final three. Okay, let's put
Yeah,
this
but
all.
one
in
of them, like, we are also running.
Zach
into
seems
people to
really
vote out.
bent on keeping Claire from being voted out, and I don't know why.
I'm not.
It
bent
is
on
weird.
keeping Claire.
From the
I'm just-
moment it was introduced, you've been defending her.
Yeah, it's been weird. I have to say.
I was defending her because I thought there were better kills. I was also killed literally the first night. I need you to like explain what role.
I
I
just
feel
think
like
that
you've
she's-
done a play before where you've had yourself killed when you were bad.
Yeah,
Not
but that's on a
this
different
game.
script, not in this one. I don't
Yeah,
think that
Taran.
Zach
I mean, you're
necessarily.
gonna try to sell the me being evil world.
I'm
You
not trying
really
to
gotta-
sell it. I'm just saying it's a little weird that
But
you're
Zach
defending her so
always
much.
also latches on to one person, whether it's Caroline or in person Sarah Wade or Claire, and just believes everything they say, even though they've given nothing to prove that they're good.
Hey, that is a
Literally.
valid strategy to playing this game.
Okay.
I mean, I think that the outsider. I will say that Taran. I do believe that Gio was the butler, and I do know that Christian or Claire was the drunk. So you are looking incredibly
So
sus.
we should have had some fun.
Come
and
at
took
me,
him
bro.
out.
But what are
and
the
then
odds
the
that I
fact
was?
you're trying to pin it onto the dead monk from night one.
I'm not
To
pitting
me-
anything on you.
Granny, I think the logic, in my
Oh,
opinion,
that was
is
a
that
weird
yes,
inflection,
the likelihood of
Taran.
being him the demon is not high, but when it comes down to Gia or him, and we clearly believe Gia, why?
Yeah,
are we
yeah,
This is
yeah,
working
yeah.
great.
I'm just saying it's a narrow world where I was poisoned. Like it's
I
just.
think that's
and
fair, but
it's
it's
totally
possible.
possible, but it feels.
I think we
narrow.
just make sure to kill Taran final 3 no matter what.
No, because now they're gonna take him in, and if it's the demon and him, that's
I mean,
the
they're
Well,
gonna
then
take him in no matter.
We got to try to
what.
get the demon this round.
well, yes, obviously, but also we don't need Taran around if we're really not sure.
Also, Taran said something with a really strange inflection like 30 seconds ago.
I caught that too.
What was it? What was it? Wait, which thing?
I can't even remember. I just remember how weird it felt when
Did it make
What are
you
you gonna do?
I was just like, that's not how Taran talks.
No, I've never seen Taran
He
this
squealed
panicked.
like a little piggy?
Good morning, everybody. Omer perished in the night.
Okay.
And there
Hey,
Hello. I think it's Claire. I don't know what you think.
I also think it's Claire. I'm kind of the only thing I'm weird. I want to talk to Christian because I think Christian is the empath.
Mm-hmm.
And my only thing was like when I was on the block, Christian was like pushing it onto Franny. Was like, there's a better kill. I'm like, shouldn't you want more information on Claire, who we're all sus of? And if I die, he can get info on Claire. But I also want to talk to him because now Omer's gone. So I want to see what his read is on you, me.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Because that would be helpful, I feel like.
Yeah. I still don't know how to read you, which is annoying, but hopefully
Yeah,
we'll get there.
This is a tricky game. This one's a little I just can't get over the outsider stuff, but then your saint is making that kind of difficult.
Yeah, tricky roll.
Yeah. Not fun. I mean, I'm mayor. I'm like, well, I have nothing to
It's
offer.
easy for me because if you guys screwed up, that's on you.
Yeah, I mean, like I hate mayor's not really fun because I have to stay alive, and then the functionality of the role means I have to stay alive, but I can't do anything but just be like, I don't know, man. So I don't know. I'm gonna talk to Christian though. I feel like he has good info here.
Yeah.
Dang. Sorry, Omer. hang on.
Okay, that makes sense. That's very interesting.
I'm just saying it's an option. That also feels kind of like, okay, I'm coming, Omer. God.
Omer is so demanding. It's actually
So needy.
crazy.
So, Claire, who's your minion? Oh, that's unfortunate.
I'm not telling you. Who's your minion, Taran? Or are you the minion?
I think you would. No, I think Franny would have been, right? Because then she would be my minion. She'd claim to be Slayer, shoot me, clear me.
Yeah, I'm not smart enough
Yep.
for all that. So. Oh boy.
Okay, here's what I think is happening. If you're
Mhm.
actually good, I think that Claire or Christian is actually the spy.
That I have thought about because that would account for the drunk ping, and then we would both be actual
and that
outsiders.
is such a play that Dwight would make, and that would also explain Christian's gotten like these 0, 0, 0,
Mm-hmm.
like saving Sam. I don't know what Sam is, but like I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
sus on Christian and Claire at this point.
With like 4
Dang.
seconds left.
I know.
It's
And what about
insane.
it?
It's
Okay.
when Dwight
Yeah, I'm talking about you.
sits
Okay.
in your private chat, like, what, are you leaving? Okay.
Dwight doesn't give enough time.
I'm okay. Hold on. I'm not gonna acknowledge
Okay.
that.
Yeah, don't acknowledge.
5 alive, 3% on the block.
I'd like to bring some information to the table. So I am the empath unless I'm the drunk. Okay. So I have gotten zeros every night. The first night was between Kirsten and Sam, 0. Second night, because Zach died as well as Kirsten, it was between Omer and Sam, 0. Omer died last night, so it was between Taran and Sam, 0. I'm assuming Gia is dead, so that leaves Claire and Franny. I wanted to kill Claire last time.
So what I think might be happening if we were to believe these two outsider bluffs, or not bluffs, these two outsider claims from Taran and Gia, I think that one of either Christian or Claire is going to be the spy here.
Taran could also be the spy.
Taran could be the spy too.
Maybe,
Well,
but specifically, the
what he's
reason
saying
that
is
it
if
would
I
be
weren't.
Kirsten or Claire being the spy is that Kirsten would then, as librarian, have seen one of the two of them as drunk, which then super like clears
Oh, and
both
then
of them, puts sus onto the two outsiders that are actually real, and then Christian or Claire is the spy.
It's a good storytelling move because it also makes the other person doubt their information.
Yeah.
So I think that's all great, and I don't want to take off the world of the poisoner. Can explain a lot of this. Is a good place. I think there's some combination of poisonings that could explain some of this too. I think all that's irrelevant for what we need to do today. I think that anything other than killing Claire is a huge mistake. So I think, and then if we live, we have to make a tough choice on the final 3.
What?
Yeah, just to clarify, if we kill someone, we get another chance.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have 5.
Claire, what did you get today?
No on Christian and Sam.
No one.
That's a relief.
Phew.
Now I'm open, by the way.
That's
I
hard. for
nominate
me.
Claire again.
Why?
Redundant.
Claire, your defense.
If we want to kill me, that's fine. I think more likely Taran is just bad. I think Taran is likely imp or minion with Franny or Sam. I'm sorry. Again, I feel like I talked to Omer today and had some camaraderie building. Fine if you kill me. I would rather not. But whatever.
Yes,
You're
because
muted,
we will
sorry.
need 3. If there's 2 evils, we're screwed.
Anything
If
else?
Taran,
Before I-
if
oh,
just saying, if Taran is evil with Sam, then how is Christian getting a 0, and you're
Drunk.
not the drunk?
Oh yeah, they're
he's
both getting
drunk.
zeros on.
But then your information would be correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not drunk.
Oh, if Taran was the demon and Sam was the
Then
spy,
Taran's the
that could be
demon.
impossible.
And how did the
You know,
Slayer shot not go through?
Can you say your
Right.
information again? How did the Slayer shot not go
Oh.
through? That doesn't
Oh,
make
yeah,
sense.
that's
Maybe
true.
you were
All right.
poisoned.
I'm gonna run this vote for Claire.
Not if there's a spy.
It takes 3. Run it.
Though, okay, though, if Christian was just, hang on,
We
if
only do
Christian was
3.
just the drunk and Claire was actually the fortune
Then-
teller, then there
it's
wouldn't
like
need to be a
then
spy.
Franny's minion. Then that's what it is.
That's
like
enough. Claire,
No,
run it.
then Sam could be the
then it's
minion.
Taran imp, Franny minion, Slayer is not real,
Aaron is the demon, then Franny
Christian
is
drunk, I'm not drunk.
Taran Demon Franny drunk is interesting.
Oh,
No,
that,
no. Taran demon, Franny minion.
Well, that or Taran demon.
But then
Franny drunk,
Taran
one Christian minion.
spy specifically.
Yeah, spy Claire or spy Christian. and
Wait,
then-
but can spy?
Well, no, but Franny can't. If it's not a poisoner, then Franny can't be the drunk because I was told.
Wait, I have
Yeah,
a,
I can
Spy.
only be the drunk if
Spy.
there's a poisoner, because then
Mhm.
you
I have
can
a
poison
clarifying
them.
question, Dwight.
Yeah.
If there is a drunk on the board, can the spy register as a
Oh,
drunk?
something that's already on the board.
As something that's already
Yes.
on the
Sure. Yes.
Oh, that's so sneaky.
Second call for nominations.
Oh.
I will nominate Franny.
You said you were going to nominate Tara, and you lied.
Okay. Sorry, Omer. Sorry, Omer. I just felt like this was going to be like a more likely of a kill compared to Taran. Reasons I just explained. I think the world I'm living in, Taran is imp, Franny is minion. Christian is drunk. I am getting sober information. I think Taran probably is the demon in that world. But if we feel like this is safer,
Cactus,
then-
thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the Robot Army.
Franny, your defense.
Hope you're enjoying
my
the game.
defense, I don't think that world is valid, Claire, because I think you're being really sus. But even if we do go with that, if you are telling the truth and that's the world, then it's 50-50 between me and Sam as the minion.
No.
Well,
because
no,
it's
because
Slayer
Christian's empath.
Well,
And Christian's.
I know, but in that world, Christian's drunk. So,
Yeah, Christian's drunk.
Yes, but then how does the player shot not go through?
Right.
Yeah, you would have to be poisoned. It would have to be like a poison
Either
hit,
you're the drunk and Christian's info is good, or you're the. So that's why.
which is fair. Yeah, like
Right.
you
If
could hypothetically.
If any good players vote for this, I'll send robots to your house.
Anything else before I
I
run the
want a
vote?
robot. I want a robot.
Running the vote for Franny. It takes 3 to tie for it. Execute.
Like benevolent robots?
No, I meant them as menacing Terminator robots. That's what it was,
Menacing robots.
yeah.
Okay.
Can we just talk about how Taran is so anti-Claire for a moment? Is that a
Okay.
good reverse psychology bit?
Are we actually building a world where Claire's the demon here, or are we just think that
No,
she's
I
a
mean, I
minion?
think
More
Taran
likely
is
she's
the
spy, I
worst.
think.
I'll nominate Taran.
Okay, tell us why.
I think literally any world that we just put together, Taran is bad.
No.
Taran defense.
Oh. My defense was no. That's how I said it.
Look at that
Again with
cadence.
the inflection, the weird inflection.
I don't want to risk taking it off of what
Yeah.
I'm convinced
I
is
think
evil.
this is
I don't want an evil player in the final in the final day. 'Cause tomorrow will be the final day. Right.
But Christian, if Taran is like if it's Claire,
Yeah.
then Taran is bad. If it's not Claire, Taran is still bad. And if it's not Claire and Taran is bad, Taran could be bad with Franny, and then killing Claire loses us the game. So to kill
Do
Taran,
you think Claire is not evil? That's the thing. Like
I don't think for sure Claire isn't evil, but I think if we're going off the information, there's a world.
I think
wait, is Sam Claire's marionette
Mm.
Oh.
Why is that be?
and Christian's drunk? He's trying to pull her off the block right now.
Then how would the issue is
It's
how would
ridiculous
Yeah, no,
to do
'cause
Saint at
Gia-
5. It's ridiculous to do Saint
outsider
at 5.
count doesn't work?
Yeah.
Because the Saint is not.
He
the
could
Saint.
be the demon and Claire
none
could
of
be
the
the
Oh, you're right.
spy.
The outsider doesn't work. Yep,
None
I'm
of the
sorry.
worlds
I'm
that we
sorry.
just put together, Taran's the Saint.
Anything else before I run this vote for
Sorry, I didn't think
Taran?
that all the way through.
I just want to get an evil off the board so that way on the final day that we have at least like we can pile votes on Taran tomorrow on the final day for the
Is that
Saint
not
kill
why?
anyway.
But if
Yeah,
we
Claire's
got
influence
it wrong with
makes
Claire,
sense.
we've lost.
Running
If
it.
no, that's not true.
No, we have another
No,
round.
there'll be one good person alive in the final day of the final 3.
But then we're taking a 50-50 shot.
We're trying to lower the odds, but like you're trying to come up with. I think the world where Claire is not evil are very small, just based on the behavior. It doesn't make any damn sense, right? And so in that world where some reason she's not, yeah, then tomorrow we have to have the one good person make the 50-50 shot call, right? Well, guess what? We're gonna make a 50-50 shot call tomorrow anyway. But why can we execute the Saint now where we would lose automatically? We'll execute the Saint tomorrow where we lose either way. If we're wrong.
Well, because you said the world where Claire is evil is small, or is not
Good.
evil is small, which I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah,
But
so that's why I'm one or dead.
I think the world where Taran is good is literally 0.
There's the world where Christian or
Sam, there's
Claire
the world where
is
you're the demon and she's the spy.
Sure. But
So that's probabilistically, this is a bigger piece of the pie. Is a better choice here.
With that, Claire has been executed and does die. Good night.
So that world doesn't work.
Oh no,
because
you're
if
right. That doesn't work.
Or if Sam is the spy, Claire's the demon. I mean, obviously that wasn't what happened. So Claire got a yes on.
What's a
me
world where
and-
they're both bad? Because that was so sus.
Then a yes on Taran and Gia. Then a no on Christian and Sam.
So is there any flaw with the world where Claire was the spy? and Sam is the demon. Is there a problem with that world?
I think the problem is that you should be getting yeses, or you should be getting
the
yeses.
problem is then in that world, Christian,
because you
then
can't be drunk without Gia being bad.
But then Taran and Gia, one of them
Yeah.
has to be lying.
But what if so we have to introduce a poisoner to make sense, right? Or,
Yeah. Honestly, a poisoner world is seeming very likely.
Which means if anyone's being told
Poisoner world where Kirsten was poisoned night one.
What?
Could be.
If anyone's being the marionette, you're being lied to. Then.
Right. There's also the world where Sam thinks he's bad because Claire told him he was a marionette.
The problem is that Kirsten could not have been poisoned round 1, and I also poisoned round 1 and got a 0, right? Unless I was the drunk, and so that doesn't line up with the outsider counts.
Could it be
Sam,
Franny?
If Claire told you that she was the marionette, she was 100% lying.
I'm not talking game at night because Dwight's not here and he can't hear us.
Oh, nerd. Goody two-shoe. Bruiser.
I thought we were allowed to.
We should wait.
I thought we were
We're
allowed
allowed to say whatever we want.
What if it's Franny?
We're allowed to, but then
it's not me.
If it's Franny, demon, Claire, spy, that works, right?
Shut up, Taran.
Oh my god.
Because the issue with Sam is that Christian
manners
should have
have
caught him, but
gone
Christian hasn't
It was
checked
a
Franny.
joke.
Was it a joke when you called me
Good
trash on a
morning,
podcast and I wasn't even
everybody.
there?
Welcome to your final 3.
Yeah.
That does not include Christian. Final 3 is Taran, Franny, and Sam. Feel free to.
Okay, I was just trying to put some fake sus on Franny so that they might not kill her. But...
So here's gonna be my plea to everybody. Probably not kill here. Just because I am the mayor and will win here. So Claire told me that I was her marionette. Either way, it behooved me. Either way, it behooved me to target Taran, because if I was evil and I was the marionette, Taran going out keeps Claire alive. But I was trying to figure out if I was being lied
But
to.
she's dead now.
Or Taran was actually the imp and Claire is the spy, or if I was actually the marionette and Taran was bad. But the outside
So it's
account was
Franny.
lying. So
It's not
Claire's.
me.
It's Claire, spy,
either
Franny,
way,
imp.
But either way, Franny being the imp here doesn't clear up the outsider count. So I do think it is.
No, it
Taran.
does, because if Claire's the spy, she gets falsely read as drunk. Franny's the imp. Claire falsely makes a marionette claim because she's not the imp.
Yeah.
Right.
The 2 outsiders are me and Gia.
Yeah.
So it
And
could be-
Christian
so
never got
either
to
way,
check
it could
Franny.
be- So I guess there's a world where it's Franny too. Either way, we don't kill here.
In that world, you're good anyway, so that's fair.
We have
I
a
mean,
mayor at 3.
and also that is totally a thing that Claire literally pulled on me months ago. Is that at the last minute she claimed I was a marionette when I wasn't next to her. That's a thing I've seen her do. So what's the world where Franny is the demon and Claire is the spy? Is that what we're talking here?
Yeah, I think that's.
It's either Franny demon, Claire spy, or Taran demon, Claire spy. Either way, Claire's the spy and tried to pass marionette onto me.
I can't build a world where you're evil, Sam. With my
It can't be Taran. It can't be Taran demon, Claire spy because of the Slayer shot.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, so I think Christian, I think you're drunk.
Yeah, with Claire saying Sam is her marionette, unless he's lying, and she's not even.
Well, because of the lie.
Claire, did you say that? You said that Sam was marionette.
No, she's not denying it.
Yeah, Claire, you're not denying that.
No, actually, he told me I was his.
Well, if that's
she
the case,
just admitted to me in private chat that she didn't know the rules.
Unless I can find a world where it's possible Sam is bad, it has to be Franny.
I can't.
And
I can't build a world where
I can't find one.
Where Sam is bad.
Claire even says that she got fortune teller that Sam was not the demon. So if we know Claire is bad,
I think we should actually go for the mayor.
Yeah, I think we should not kill here because either way we're taking it out on Taran.
We have to be really sure that there is a spy and not a poisoner who poisoned you, and we take that loss.
If he's poisoned, do we lose?
I fear that Claire was the poisoner and that Christian, you're drunk and I was poisoned.
I think it's Franny. I think it's Franny Claire because of that.
What about a world?
The minion is dead, by the way. There's no minion. The Claire's 100% evil, so there is no minion. So we don't have to worry about. We actually don't have to worry about the poison game. So unless Sam is somehow the drunk, we win.
Yes. And Christian got 3 empath zeros on Sam. I mean, Sam seems pretty good, honestly.
I mean, the move might be just not to nominate today. I mean,
I can't. Christian, do you ever read?
Isn't that always what you do at Final Four?
No, it's Mayor.
No, this is the
Three.
final opportunity.
I forgot.
I lean. I was tearing over Franny hard, and this day has made me lean more Franny. But either way, I'd rather just not kill him.
Oh, I
so
think
Franny, is there a reason that you wouldn't think that Sam is the mayor?
No.
0 on Taran though.
I think that Claire's the spy and Christian's the drunk.
Yeah, Christian, I'm trying to understand. Yeah, so I'm trying to understand why you got the 0.
No, Christian wouldn't get, because then Christian doesn't get a 0 earlier on me and Omer and me and Kirsten. He doesn't get.
Also, I will say that Claire in private chat, I said, "What is your world if you're telling me the truth?" And she was like, "It's Taran and Franny." Like, I don't think it could have been Franny or Sam at that point. I don't know why your minion would be try to throw sus on the actual demon over, like, when there's another clear frame. And Taran already had sus on him, so it wasn't that was
either way. But either way, I think we don't.
I agree.
What about
Terry? What's the only other thing?
Again, the world where Christian's drunk, I would have been slayered.
Well, what about just the world hypothetically where Claire was the poisoner?
That's what I'm saying is that, yeah.
Kirsten night 1.
Either way, she's dead now.
She would have had to get
Kirsten wouldn't have had to have been poisoned night 1 because in that world Christian's drunk.
Yeah. I mean, but we're trying to.
Kirsten gets a correct drunk on Christian.
Did Claire poison Franny on the day she shot Taran? That's the world where Taran is, where Taran's the demon.
Okay. So either way, we don't kill here. How do we not kill here? Let's make sure that we get our ducks in a row on votes.
We just wait 13 seconds and then we're done.
Well, I think that's when noms open, but
the demon should be wanting to rush a nomination right now. So I'm actually really concerned that.
Wait, yeah, this was the wrong timer.
Okay, can we change the timer so we're not ending today?
Sorry.
Thank you. I do want to explore. I think I have explored the world. I don't see a world where Sam is evil. I think that Sam is the mayor. The only way we lose that where actually no wait. Yeah, I forget what I said. Anything? Yeah.
I think if Kirsten was poisoned, but if Kirsten was poisoned and you were drunk, why would she still get that one of you was drunk? That doesn't make sense, right?
If you want to
We're also,
someone,
it's like confirmed that a minion is dead. There's not a minion alive, so Sam can't be poisoned right now. There's no world where.
Well, the issue is if there was some way for Sam to be bad and lying to us, but I don't think there is.
What about the world where? Go on. I'm sorry.
No, you continue. Sorry.
No, I'm just talking too much, Zach. You go on.
Yeah. No, I think this is safe because there's no chance of poisoning.
Why is no one pushing back on this?
It worries me that Franny wants to do it.
I think that they're being a little. They're trying to be coy about it, but Claire literally in private chat during this final day confirmed to me she was evil and was like, "How am I to know the rules?" So she's definitely bad. That means there's only one left. I don't think it's Sam. I think that we should just do this.
Yeah. So the only way that it's if Sam was it had to be the secret drunk, right? And in that world, in order to be the secret drunk, that means that Claire would be the spy and she registers the drunk, but that would mean that Taran would have to be the demon in that case because you have to make the outsider count work.
I think the only way that Sam is bad is if Kirsten was poisoned night 1 and Christian has been the drunk the whole time, which means that Kirsten, as a poisoned person, got correct information that one of you was the drunk.
Why couldn't someone else have just been like Zach could have been poisoned?
I could have been poisoned. Yeah.
15 seconds.
Because then,
like anyone.
Because that the outsider count gets messed up, right? Yeah, the outsider count gets. No, the outsider count. Yeah, I just don't think Sam can be bad.
How many of y'all alive right now are bad? Is this just a farce?
No,
hey, but we're all good.
Wait.
Alrighty.
Wait, never mind. That doesn't work.
What are you talking about, Sam?
Never mind.
Timer's done. Sorry.
Yeah.
With that,
Sam bad? No.
It will inevitably end. To the mayor's ability, because the good team wins.
Yay! God.
All right.
What happened?
Well, someone said this pretty early on exactly what I did. Zach, you called it exactly. I use a librarian to register a spy as the drunk to make you guys doubt Christian. You're sober empath who got zeros the entire game correctly. Because next to the mayor, they got to read on the virgin, they got to read on the saint.
Ready.
Franny, your demon. Really,
I just really gave up.
I gotta say,
No,
incredible job by Evil. Genuinely, it's like because it was a mayor that happened to be in the final three.
Yeah.
If Sam was literally any other role, I think Evil wins that game.
Can I
But
say what
because
I
it was
wanted
mayor.
to have happen? I wanted somebody to think that I was the poisoner and Taran was my imp and that I could have still poisoned Sam, but I couldn't suggest that. So I wanted somebody else to suggest it. It didn't help that Claire confirmed she was evil.
Freddie, you have me
Sorry.
convinced, but I'm dumb, so no one listens to me.
That world is dead in a world where Claire tells me I'm her marionette, though.
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
That's the oops. Yeah.
I mean, there were a lot of people really whispering in my ear that like Sam was bad or Taran was bad. Franny, you had the fewest influencers telling me that you were bad. So
Well, if
I know,
Omar suspects me, it means I'm good.
Yeah, it was a tough final three for me, but I was also hoping that we would have still been really like on Taran, like people were on Taran.
Taran, I'm sorry, but you were
Okay, Franny, should you have come out and been like, Claire was telling me I was her marionette the whole time? Like,
what does that gain me? Because it leaves it open. It's clear that you're evil.
It would
explain. So then it doesn't. I can't build the world that I'm Taran's minion. And by the way, Omer, I told Claire to tell you that I was Taran's minion because I hoped you would push that harder. But we kind of.
It's funny because I was pushing that. I was like, she could be my minion. That could be why the shot didn't work.
I was like, what an interesting idea.
From my side, it looked like the issue was since like in all these worlds you have to build like is Taran a freedom demon. Since Sam is just the mayor and claiming mayor and at this point kind of good, it just locks. It makes it very tough.
And I figured it would have bounced. Like, I guess I could have tried to kill Sam there, but I'm guessing it would have bounced, and then he's still in the final three. And then it's Christian, who nobody was suspecting. So it's
I probably would have bounced it just because I don't think everyone fully believed Sam at that point. If the mayor is in doubt, I will leave the mayor alive. That would have probably been a bounce.
I think it would have worked honestly if Claire had just full on gaslit like. I never sent that message.
Yeah.
Well, at the very least, it would have been very distracting, right? If she was like, "What are you talking about?"
I wouldn't have felt good about a mayor win if there was some doubt on that.
Yeah. I think it's hard when you're evil and you feel like people know you're evil to just be like, I'll just be outed evil. Like that's very fun.
That's very fun. I mean, you're very good. I mean, if I hadn't like 4 or 5 months ago, you pulled that exact maneuver on me. With saying the marionette claim, but in addition, I think this time knowing we had an evil out really narrowed the worlds. Like the idea, that was very scary. Like the idea if there was a poisoner still out there would have made that very scary.
I was dying for people to kill Taran because I'm like, this is so good for me either way because I win regardless.
Yeah.
If Taran dies, I win. So
in reality.
In reality, I was not gonna win.
Would anyone be fine if I set up a quick game 2, or if you prefer?
I'm down for it.
How quick?
I will. How much time do you have? And I will do
Make me saint and kill me.
Kirsten, just let's go. Let's do it.
Well, I have places that I have to go today.
Yeah.
It's 12 o'clock where you are.
Yeah, and I have plans in the day. Sorry, some of us go outside. Jesus Christ. As long as it goes like kind of fast, it should be okay.
It will be fast. I promise. These days will be fast as hell.
No.
Right,
but if you give me a bad roll, I'm leaving.
I shuffled seats. Did people even fucking move?
Like I'll restart my computer.
Only like 4 of you moved.
Shuffle it again.
I'm clicking it again.
I don't know. It's Claire now.
Okay,
I'm
sorry, Sam. Sam was like, I don't want to be gaslit. I'm like, gaslight, marionette, gaslight time.
That conversation with Franny and Claire where we're like, ooh, hats, yay. We're like,
my evil team. Oh, when we had Gia voting with Franny, and then me, and then I knew I had Sam, I was like, evil can just win right now. I don't know how.
Surely we have enough people. I know. I thought about.
The only issue with the marionette thing was that, like, as soon as the outsider claims came out, I was like, well, that was not true. I'm not the marionette. Like, which I guess could have technically been true because of the lie, but I was, like, very much ruling it out early.
Right. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, because either there's a Baron or one of the outsiders is lying.
Right.
Either way, you
said
can't be
that-
marionette.
I said that to Gia. When I talked to Gia, I was
damn.
like,
This
I
is
was like, well, if we have three
hilarious.
outsiders, there's a Baron, and in my head, I was like, well, that means I can't be the marionette. So
Yeah, but I mean, no recluse was coming forward, so it felt very clear that, very
Just
clear
a
that there was no
rapist.
Baron. Just
Can
a
I
rapist.
ask y'all a question about chat BCC since you're all the like anchor chat members on this Survivor group chat?
Sure.
Why does this app tell me when someone's looked at my comment? Like, why do I care if like
The app doesn't
Steven
tell me that.
Fishback or Drew Bazil like looked at? Like they didn't even
I mean,
like
this
it
time
or
I'm gonna go
reply to it.
even
Why do I
harder
care if they've just seen
into
it?
the world
I think
of
it's supposed to,
being voted out as
what he
saint.
say? And like, was anybody on that meeting? Omer, you were on that meeting, right?
I don't think I was at the meeting.
Oh well, he was like talking about how it's supposed to get them all giddy. That
Oh,
Rob
yeah.
all what they can say.
Person, not everyone has such
He
unfettered
doesn't like knowing if
access
she's
to-
marionette.
Yeah.
For some fans,
I
that's a dream
just
come
think
true.
even if I didn't know anyone, like, why do I care if someone sees it? Like,
Oh, I
at
would've
least throw
cared.
it
Are
a
you kidding me?
thumbs up.
I'm like, Steven Fishback saw my tweet.
Honestly, you are right.
Welcome, JJ.
Steven Fishback was the wrong.
I think I'll probably record episode 3 of the Genius today after this stream.
I'll be honest. I think like
10
years ago, like I tweeted once at Steven Fishback.
I attempted to do a Devil's Plan video, but Netflix is way more strict about what footage I can use. I've tried cutting it down. I've tried shortening it. Nothing's working so far. I don't have like the tools of the trade, the secrets to like know how to get this stuff in there. So I might have to give up on Devil's Plan for now, but Genius is working still. So I'll try to get that one up today.
Dong from Survivor 46.
Yes, Say has attacked blank.
Like a news feed. What is this?
Yeah, I am.
I thought about trying to flip the video, but the problem is, or even just do audio. The problem is, it's in Korean. If I flip the video, the subtitles go. The subtitles are unreadable. And if I just do audio, then if you're English only, you can't understand what's happening.
I should be more, but I haven't been.
Honestly, I think that it works as a platform for like a live event that everyone's at. Yeah, during the episode, and so that's fun. You just roll. And also, it helps that like we're like that we're like the clear top like commenters on it as like the reality show people, because then it's just kind of like a chat that we're all in. But like I hope it's fun for the people who aren't, like the people who are just kind of there.
The reason I totally wouldn't mind like getting voted out as saint is that it's great, I think, for me to have people think they have a good read of me and be so wrong that they lose because of it. It's just a good imprint into their memory of doubt. Like, you might think you read me as bad. You might think you're currently reading me as bad. But remember that time that you felt so embarrassed and you voted me out and I was saint? You know what I mean?
Homer! Holy shit. That's
now
really
it's
bad.
now it's 70.
Okay.
That's much better.
That
Hitting
is
the gym.
crazy.
I have mine is like between 60 and 70, but then like when I do anything, like if I stand up or if I like walk up a couple of stairs, it just shoots right up to like 120. I'm pretty sure I have POTS.
I was gonna say it sounds like POTS. You get that looked
But
at.
imagine being able to get a doctor to actually tell you that.
It's possible. Like I
Yeah,
like
that's
I
a
could
hard
probably
diagnosis to
I could
get.
try to post the Devil's
I
Plan
don't
video
wanna go
somewhere
on a
else.
tilt
I don't know
table.
where.
So
Why
it's
not?
fine. I'll
That
just
sounds
keep
so fun.
doing. It sounds so scary. Everyone passes out.
But I don't think I could like justify making them regularly if I can't post them on YouTube.
That's really funny. I'll like lean over to like pull a blanket over myself and it's
Because
up to 80.
the Devil's Plan one alone took me like 6 hours total. And then on the
I'm like,
re-edits,
I'm
it's
literally
taken me
still
even
sitting
more.
on the couch.
Yeah, you're like, I'm just trying to get more comfortable.
Like I'm not even getting up.
Granted, I feel like I could probably like streamline that process.
And
I'm
then
still
I'll,
pretty
like,
new to
talk
it, so
a friend, I'll be like, oh yeah, like this is
That's
where
probably
my heart rate
contributing
was
to
at during
length, but,
spin
like-
class. And she'll be like, how do you spend so much of the class in like the orange and red zone? Like,
we
I
could
don't
do
know,
Twitch
my
watch parties,
body's
but I feel like
broken.
I think the videos are more fun. I can just talk about Devil's Plan generally, probably.
I don't like spin class. It hurts
Well,
the
how
butt.
many spin classes have you gone to, Omer?
Oh,
I could try to experiment with other things too.
So that
but
perfect.
we'll see.
You have to go to at least 3 before you can form an opinion.
Well, and I've only had it once.
Well,
so.
Omer, if you come to Victoria, I'll use a guest pass on you, and we can go to like a really fun spin class with a good instructor.
Okay, fine. Is that on the island or is that not on the island?
It's on the island.
Okay.
It's the most beautiful place in the whole world.
How many cougars have you seen?
None.
Oh yeah, Devil's Plan was way more complicated. That instantly,
that are hot?
instantly, the Devil's Plan in season 2 is way more complicated.
I'm not
than
really,
Genius.
but like I'm
Nice one. Good one, Omer. Adam. He's looking, ladies. On the brow. Oh, Omer, there's wow, we really should have. There's bars in SF that cougars really go to.
I've still only watched the first episode.
No,
I didn't know that's what Omer was looking for.
Wait, Claire, what are you doing tonight?
Well,
Wanna go to the Cougar Bar?
hell yeah. Always. It's actually my Thursday night activity.
Oh, that's why I never
fun.
see you on Thursdays. She's always busy.
Always weirdly busy.
Oh, you definitely need to watch season 1.
Good morning. I
I'm
died.
looking for my
Ah.
comment on purpose.
Avenge my
now
death.
I'm fangirling.
We have to.
Oh, not day ends.
Hello.
Hello.
What's your secret?
Do you want to tell me yours first?
I can tell you. I can give you the vibe. Yeah.
Okay, what's the vibe?
The vibe is I'm night 1.
Okay. I'm an outsider.
You're an outsider. Okay. Would you tell me which outsider you are? That
Will you tell me which night 1 you are?
I'll tell you that it's relevant to outsiders.
I am the saint.
You're the saint again.
I'm
Okay.
just really good, you know what I mean? I'm very holy.
I'm gonna hold the info that I got for right now, but I will tell you later.
Okay.
Thank God.
Who should I try to get in with? Claire and Gia. Christian and Kirsten. Maybe.
Sounds good.
Hi.
Hello.
What's your role?
What's yours?
Tell me.
Tell me first. I'll tell you mine if you tell me yours.
Will you tell me the real? I don't know if I should tell you the real.
I will tell you the
truth or I should
real,
tell you
honest,
the-
genuine role that I have.
Oh man, it's so menacing when you're walking like that. Okay, I just lied to Christian.
Yeah.
I told him that I'm either the fortune teller, the empath, or the monk, but actually, I'm the raven keeper, and so I
Ooh.
don't want to tell anyone. So don't tell anyone.
I will not.
I want to die at night.
Okay.
What are you?
I'm the saint.
Again?
Really, genuinely, honestly.
Kidding me?
I was gonna say we can roll swap, but
I don't think that's a good idea.
it's not a good idea.
I'm gonna choose to believe you, not because I have any reason to believe you or not believe you, but because life is just better when you choose to take people at face value.
I agree.
If anyone finds out my role, I'm gonna be pissed. 'Cause
It's
I'm
not
being
gonna come from
honest with
me.
you. What's interesting is I told Christian I was either fortune teller, empath, or monk, and he also said he was either fortune teller, empath, or monk.
Fortune teller, empath, or monk. So I should tell
Which
people
is-
that you are either fortune teller, empath, or monk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once that Christian said last game.
Yeah. All right.
Wait, Claire, can we talk again?
Tomorrow.
Omer, why didn't you try to talk to
I
me?
respect the dong.
You didn't request me.
I normally wait for you to have time for me and your
I also
wait for people
intentionally
to talk
did
to
not
me.
preface
That is
it
not true.
That's not
Yes,
true.
it is.
You
That is a
declined
by
lie.
saying like I know this
Get
sounds
the
unbelievable,
Because I was
but I'm
in
gonna
a
say it
chat,
again.
Francis.
I just wanted to drop it on them.
Francis.
Talk,
Let
I
them
guess,
feel the
Tom, Thursday,
sketchiness.
Whatever, there's 9 of you.
but we could still do it. I'm just reading out loud my DMs to Sam.
Oh,
Any night one info? Any outsiders?
I'm a night one roll and more than happy to die tonight.
I really want to know if they're outsiders. Just tell us.
Well, here's what I'm gonna do just right off the bat, okay? And I'm so happy to die. I am going to nominate Sam.
Nominating Sam?
Mhm.
Why?
Woo!
Okay. I mean, that adds up.
Oh.
I think that I'll be out with what it was. I'm librarian. I got Sam or Claire as drunk. Sam, are you okay with me saying what you are? Sam is the virgin. So the fact that this didn't go through, I feel like, I mean, this is why I nominate him. I'm so okay with me dying, but also Sam could be spy, whatever. I don't think he's demon regardless.
Yeah,
Same
I'm
offense.
fine with dying if we need to. I'd rather kill Zach, but I think it's fine either way. If we kill Zach, it closes the loop of us working together. But
I would love though, but if you die and there's an Undertaker and they see you as not drunk, then we keep the world open that Zach's evil, and then I think that's smart.
What's the value in making the virgin a drunk, but also telling the librarian about it?
That's why it's sus. That's why I want to know.
It's kind of a lame setup.
I think you'll try to run this.
Well, Dwight said it would be a quick game. Maybe that's
Dwight puts his whole heart into these games.
Why
Come
don't we
on
put
now.
5, and then if you guys want to kill me, we can put 6.
Yeah. Let's have someone other than
Sam is the final one.
I'll be the final one.
Okay, yeah, Sam, if you want to take it down, I mean, we can just have 5.
just out of security, Sam.
Sure.
Yeah, I would love if there's an Undertaker to get this, locked in.
So there should be at least one outsider who knows that they are one.
I've heard of one.
The fact that Sam was so
Claire has
the
heard of
moment that
one.
I said I was night one, Sam instantly goes, nominate me. For me, makes me trust him as virgin because I don't know if he would know that I'm librarian.
So what do you want, Zach? You want us to not kill him?
It's fine if we kill me because it's helpful to know if I'm drunk anyway, because then we can find out about Claire. Yeah.
Well, actually, end the day.
Well, I guess actually that it would be more.
I also don't care if I die, but I know I'm good. So
10.
So who are your 2 drunk pinks again?
Claire, Sam.
Okay.
And based on last game, that also means Zach could be.
Yeah, but Claire's not drunk.
Alrighty, well, with all that, Sam's executed and dies. Good night.
Because
I could also be the drunk
Claire
too.
can't be drunk because I'm either drunk and that's why Zach's didn't work, or Zach is lying, in which case his info doesn't matter.
Or I'm the drunk. That's the other one.
Yeah. But either way, it's not Claire.
I don't think that one of the two of you is going to be the spy. I don't think Dwight does the same trick again.
I think the trick is that he does the same trick. Totally do the same trick.
But if Sam were the spy, for example, Dwight could have still killed me there.
Really?
Yeah. That's true, correct?
It would have been very interesting to me.
Can you say it one more time, Zach? I'm sorry, I was not paying attention.
If
Claire had heard of any
Sam
other
were the spy
outsider.
and I nominated him, Dwight could have still killed me there.
I don't
So
think
Claire must have talked to either Zach or Kirsten.
I feel like he could have, right?
I don't.
If you were bluffing Virgin, yeah, he could have used that power.
I think that I'm sorry. I think the spy can die to the virgin. Like Zach, you could be the spy. I don't think it can work the other way around.
Actually,
That the spy could act as a virgin?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Famously, virgins could never be spies.
No, I think it's the other spies can't be virgins.
Yeah, have you seen James Bond?
Oh, that could be a good movie. The Virgin Spy.
Mission
Melissa
Impossible.
McCarthy.
Starring
It's like
Steve
someone's
Carell.
training to become a spy, but like the last test to get through the academy is they have to lose their virginity. They're like kind of socially awkward.
Yeah, they're like trying to honeypot and just like can't really do it. They're like, we can't pass you. I've really been doing a Mission Impossible watch before the new movie. Guys, I don't think they're good movies. I'll keep it a buck.
Wait, does anybody watch Top Chef? No.
I've seen
that's
seasons.
disappointing. Okay, well, they just did a Mission Impossible themed episode, and it was great.
Incredible.
They're just so reliant on the hyper realistic mask technology, and like that's their one bit, you know.
Yeah.
I saw the most recent and hadn't seen the earlier ones, and I was like, the most recent, I was like, wow, I'm so shocked. And then I watched the first movie, and they had the mask in the first
Well,
movie.
yeah,
And I
if
was
you
like,
spoiled the first one really relies on the reveal.
No one died.
No one died.
Oh.
whoa.
Interesting.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh man, now my stream audio messed up.
No. You got left out.
Yeah, I waited too long to try to talk to someone.
Yeah, you gotta be quick on it. Odd player games.
Eh.
Hey. Hello.
Hello.
What's going on, Taran?
I'll tell you my role if you tell me yours.
Okay, bet.
You agree?
Yeah, I agree.
I'm the same.
Vote Omer's ass out. Get him
Wait, he's the one that was claiming sane?
Yes, Omer. I went to Omer. I was like, what are you? Are you an outsider? And he was like, yeah, I'm an outsider. And he was like, yeah, not one. Can I let Kirsten in or?
Yeah, go ahead. I already told you.
I'm Slayer, by the way. Slayer.
Okay.
Oh. Hey.
Hello.
So apparently,
Voting Omer's ass out, Kirsten.
Omer's claiming sane.
Oh, okay. Well, that is great because I actually wanted to nominate Omer last time, but I didn't get the chance to say it. Because normally Omer comes and talks to me right away when he's good, and he didn't come talk to me, so I was.
I mean, the problem
just
is he could be good and lying.
Well, and he didn't hard say saint. This is what he said to me, and it was probably so he could back out. I was like, oh, like what are you? Da da da. He's like, oh, I'm an outsider. And I was like, oh, what one? And he was like, the one no one will believe.
Oh.
Well,
Well,
I was
that
like,
could be recluse.
should I confront
yeah.
him?
Yeah, like maybe he'll back into recluse or something. But...
Yeah. What if I talk to Omer and I say I'm the recluse?
Yeah. I
And
like
see
that.
what he does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do that.
That's fun. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Good. So I can talk to Taran this time. That's great.
I do need to talk to Omer when he's available.
Oh, so do I. Well, should we bring Gia in? Now I feel bad. We left and specifically left her alone.
Sure.
Okay, let me do it. Sorry, that was so cruel. We just left and then you were alone. I was like, wow, that was really rude.
Oh, wait, hold on. I need to talk to Omer.
Oh, Taran, let's go chat. Okay, what's up?
I'm the recluse. What are you?
What am I?
Yeah.
I can't tell you.
I just told you my role.
Why should I trust you?
I thought we were going to work together. I thought we were sharing
We are going to
info.
work together. I do believe you. I just think that my role is not a good one to reveal. Which is why I've only told one singular person, and I'm not telling anyone else right now.
Interesting.
Kristen's not giving me too much.
Nobody wants to talk to me, huh?
I
Sam.
desperately
Not a
wanted
lot
to
of
talk with
time.
you, Sam. I got talked. Good. Yeah,
It's all right.
I do.
Nobody talked to you? Uh-oh.
I'm not going to get any more dead.
No Undertaker. Either no Undertaker or they don't feel comfortable coming to you because it'll out them.
All right. 8 Alive talk.
You're being quiet, Omer.
He has.
So
What's up with that?
Because Taran and I just had a conversation. I'm trying to think about what I need to take away from it.
Why didn't you try to talk to me again, Omer?
Because people
This
told
is really
me
weird. Normally you like to talk to me and you're ignoring
That's
me. and I'm
actually
all
not true.
serious.
I would also like to just say Omer has not tried to talk to me, and I feel very left out.
Well, request
Wow.
me for a chat.
Like, I thought we
It's
were
so
friends.
hard. You're so
Nobody
popular.
tried to talk to me.
So
Yeah.
I have a question for Kirsten. Okay, you can answer
Yes.
vaguely, but are you actually one of the roles you told me?
No.
Oh my god.
But I am good, and I had a really good reason for it, and I will explain it to you.
I can
when we
actually
chat
back that up,
privately.
Christian.
I honestly, I completely buy it. I completely buy it. This all actually kind of makes sense, Kirsten, and I love you for it. This is the opposite of.
I was trying to be smart, and it seems it may have backfired.
I don't know about that. I don't know. It might have fired actually. So.
Okay.
Sam?
Yeah, I mean, just to town, whatever. I'm pretty flexible either way. But what do we want to do with Zach here?
I'll
I
say
say we kill
myself.
him.
I'll say myself. I am more than happy to die here, especially since we
Makes me
wasted.
not want to kill you, but I'm just like not
So,
wanting.
I'd
My
rather
thought is-
kill Omer because he's sketching me out.
What did I do? Because I didn't talk to you? You didn't request
You're
me for a
not
chat
acting
either.
normally. It's a it's a behavioral thing.
Zach, did you want to?
Yeah. My thing is that because we knocked out an evil kill anyways, like we're kind of already ahead. So if people want to clear the world of me and just not have to worry about me all game, more than happy to die. If we have a better kill, for me personally, I'd rather do that. But like, if not, if this is the best kill for tonight, let's do it.
So I have heard of 2 outsider claims.
2.
Yeah.
Can people say them?
Yeah, who is the other one?
Does
Okay, Omer,
anybody
what
want to come
outsider
out
are
and
you?
say it? Omer?
Jesus.
I told somebody that I was a saint, but that was a lie.
It was a
What are
lie.
you?
Oh.
So what are you really?
What?
Yeah, what are you really?
I think that it is. There's one person out here that knows my role, but I don't think it would be wise to share it with the group. Which is
But
why
it's
I-
not an outsider.
Nominations, by the way.
No.
Okay.
So no other outsider claims. Let's
There's
just-
only
I'm
one
the other
outsider.
outsider
There were-
claim.
Which one are you, Taran?
I think you could keep it. Yeah.
If there's a monk out there, I would
Why
love to be
keep it?
protected.
See,
Well,
he's
just
What is the value of not saying?
He's told some people.
Well, the
things.
value of not saying is that there was almost value. There might be more.
Oh, I understand.
I once again push for nominations for end of the day.
Okay. So we did gain a day from this because now we're at final 8 on this. I'm not mad about not killing, but I would like to move the ball forward.
Can I just ask, has anyone heard anything about a monk?
I did, but Kirsten lied to me.
Okay, so there's no. You don't even have to say if you are it. Just like we haven't heard a single whatever.
I mean, monk, soldier, or intentionally not killing are the only 3 options, right?
Ending the day in 10.
Okay, then
I
why-
guess
Wait,
I guess
wanna-
I'll nominate Zach. I guess that's.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Why?
He already talked about it. You know, if we've gained a day, maybe we should kill a night 1 info, especially. Although it does seem to potentially add up, but the virgin drunk thing doesn't quite add up. But I don't know.
Zach, defense.
Yeah, I think that the virgin drunk thing actually super adds up if there's no other outsiders. It's just a matter of, was I the drunk or was Sam the drunk? If I was the drunk, Sam could have actually potentially been evil, but everything social says that he's good to me. So I mean, if we need to kill someone, kill someone. I know I'm good. I know everyone else doesn't know that, but like, whatever. I'm a spent librarian, you know?
Anything else before I run this vote for Zach?
Yeah. Just I mean, I don't know. I'm not aware of an Undertaker, but it would clear things up. I'm starting to feel like I'm learning about enough of the board that there isn't one. This is a lot of votes on Zach.
Because I'm actually good is the thing. Like,
Yeah, exactly. That's what that's what
I think we shouldn't do this. Like,
Running it.
I think we could actually just let it go and then force them to kill someone else. But you know, yeah, so close.
Worth enough. Anything else before I end the day?
Do we want to tie it and keep me alive?
I,
Ten.
I mean, it's
like
just
that
good
much,
for
no.
town to get the opportunity to kill people. It's
Yeah.
helpful.
yeah, I'd like to nominate Omer.
5. All right. Tell us why.
So I think he's been acting really strange socially, and it's just weird, and it makes me feel bad. I feel like it seems clear that Zach is a high percentage likelihood good, whereas Omer feels bad to me because he made me feel bad. So I want to vote him out.
Can I not talk now?
Defense.
Oh,
You can
I am
talk now.
sorry I made you feel bad. We can talk first thing next round, and then maybe you'll understand why I have been acting the way I've been acting. But I don't want to have to explain why in public because I think that would be really bad for good. But if I have to stay alive over a spent librarian, then I will.
Anything else before I run this vote for Omer?
Yeah, I'll just throw one more defense my way. If I was the librarian, why would I ever like? And I knew Sam was the virgin. Why would I ever completely out myself and out all that to put the sus onto me?
I mean,
I
we
just
all
always
believe
get
you,
suspicious
Zach.
of
That's not
people
the
who
issue.
suggest their own death and then fight against it.
All right.
I'm gonna run this vote for Omer. It takes 4 times an execute.
I'd rather be trusted than be alive.
All right. Anything 10.
I nominate Kirsten.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually draw a ceasefire, and you
5,
can come talk to me next
4,
round.
3, 2.
Trump negotiated another ceasefire.
Can I ask, who is the person that knows Omer's real role? Do you actually
Zach.
exist?
Zach has an execute and does die. Good night.
So no one knows the real role?
No, somebody does know my role. They're just not saying it. But Kirsten, I will tell you right after this. How about that?
Okay. Sounds good.
I mean, why wouldn't they say it?
I don't know.
Yeah, if they know, why don't they say it?
I don't know, but I will tell Kirsten and make them collaborate.
All right, so I think I still feel pretty good about Kirsten. I'm not gonna go completely in on Claire yet, but I feel,
I feel like
okay
in our
about
games
her.
we never really do star passes or.
Christian
That's really
seems
it.
to
That's
be
my
like
only
really on
thought that
top
I
of like, wait, did Kirsten lie to me? Which
I feel like I've seen
I
some
wanted
star
to-
passes happen.
is at least a hint in the right direction.
You, Claire, and then you got so suspicious.
Sorry. Fortune teller, what can you do?
I loved a star
I'm
pass.
still
Oh
just
my God,
concerned about why make Sam a drunk virgin with a
Bye.
librarian pointing to him.
Wait, what is
That's
star
what I don't
pass?
understand.
It's where you're the imp and you kill yourself, and then the input passes to your demon.
I just feel like
Or, I'm sorry, your minion.
who would do that?
It just feels really cathartic to be dead and not have to deal with it anymore.
It was so nice last time that I was the demon and I was shooting who I did not think was an outsider, but they were, and then they became the demon and I got to be dead, and I was so happy because the game was completely cooked from the moment it started anyway. Got to not be my fault.
Someone has to be Slayer or Monk, or at least likely so. Unless they are the imp and they intentionally did not kill so that they could come out and say, I'm the soldier, I'm the monk. I account for the no kill.
Good morning, Christian dead.
No.
Okay, Kirsten, gagging for it. Let's go.
She's not even at her computer.
Jesus, she's not even there, and she's gonna somehow blame this on me.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Can I ask you about your outsider role?
I will tell you my role if you tell me yours.
Yeah, I can do that.
I am the saint.
I am the soldier, so I think the previous round someone tried to kill me, and that's why no one died. And I haven't heard any other monk claims or anything like that.
Interesting. Okay, that's good to know.
Yes.
Yeah, the only other thing is that apparently Omer was pretending to claim saint, which is why I confronted him.
Yeah.
And then he backed off of the claim, so.
Okay. Is that your role? Or...
Yes. Oh, sorry, I guess you didn't hear me. Yes, I am the saint.
Okay. Okay, good to know. Oh, 2 outsiders in a row. Good job. But yeah, so that's the only thing that makes sense to me for the previous round. But yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. Oh, hello.
Hi. Sorry for yelling. I was yelling at Omer when I got pulled into the room.
Honestly, rightfully so.
I do believe him now. So
Oh.
Interesting.
I understand why he was acting in the way that he was acting.
The only thing that
Ooh.
is suspicious of Omer for me is that he's not suspicious enough of me.
That is fair. That is
That
fair.
is
But you literally called it out at the end of last game that when you're
Yeah,
good,
I know.
he's suspicious of you, and so I think that he is purposefully trying to switch some things up.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very fair. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't have like an information role, but
No, they tried to
Yeah.
kill you.
yeah, they definitely tried to kill me because I haven't heard anything about like Monk or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't think there's a
So,
monk.
that
I did say that
was
I could
rude.
be the monk, but I was lying.
Yes.
I'm assuming
What were
Kristen's
the
not the
three
monk.
roles you gave him?
What? I told him I was either fortune teller, empath, or monk, and I am not. any of those
That's like
things.
gatekeep girl boss. I love it for you.
Yeah, I was just trying something new.
Yeah. Lying's fun. I get it.
Literally, my sister and I always lie for fun, and I'll be like, "Are you
Yeah.
lying?" Like, yeah, for fun, like for no purpose, just to lie.
Yeah. It's
Um,
fine if it's
that was
for
literally.
fun.
I did the most half-assed like application form for Traders Canada in the like 30 minutes before it was due, just being like, you don't get
I'm gonna
enough
go talk to
opportunity
Zach.
to.
Hello.
Hello.
I have zero reason in the world to trust Kirsten right now. What I'll say.
I do,
Well,
but
what's
it's
your reason, real
mostly just because I've been working with her from the beginning.
There's a lot of people on her, that's what I'll say.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And
Oop.
wait, there's more, Taran.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to be rule abiding.
Oh, I know. And you. There's pings on her and you, but I have no reason not to trust you.
Okay, that's also interesting.
Omer, don't to use up time. Come
6
on.
alive, 3 to execute. Yeah.
There's only 2 seconds left. What should I say?
Okay. I'm gonna come out
actually trust
about my
Omer now.
information. I part of me wanted to keep it to myself, but I think I've shared it to enough parties that I should put it to the whole town. I was fortune teller. First night, I checked Sam, Kirsten, got a yes. That's why I was fine with Sam dying on the first day. Okay. Second night, I checked Taran and Kirsten, also got a yes. So obviously that puts Kirsten at the center of the puzzle, but also could be the red herring, right? I was worried that Taran could be a recluse, so I was gonna not choose him the next night, but I died.
I
Can I
am
share
your
my-
red herring. I'm so sorry.
I actually kind of buy that. To be honest, I kind of buy it, Kirsten, that you're the red herring.
I just want to throw out there, Christian told me his info too. So I'm the empath. I got 2 nights of zeros and then I got a 1. So when I woke up, I assumed that it was going to be Omer who had died, and then I was getting that 1 on Kirsten, but I am getting it on Claire.
Claire.
Wowie. Just
Crazy.
saying.
Claire.
I'm looking at a blue token.
So-
I could be drunk. I could be. I mean, I guess I probably can't be.
I don't think you're drunk because
I
I
don't
have
think
reason
you're
to
drunk.
Yeah.
believe you're not.
I have reason to believe you are, or Omer's
Why?
not.
What's your Omer?
But
I
I'm
still
blue.
feel like.
I see a blue token. That's all I can tell you, Franny.
Yeah.
Well, is your blue
again-
token of any use that that you can help us out?
Fantastic. Yeah. I will slay her. Now see, this is interesting.
Don't do Taran because I think that the outsiders totally track.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
I'm
the.
not
Just to
gonna do
confirm,
him.
extra, he's the only
I
person who's
feel
saying
like
he's an
I don't
outsider.
know who best is Kirsten, Omer,
Yes.
or Franny.
Kirsten, I think is best just purely based on this fortune teller ping. Like she
Mhm.
would be the demon if she were evil.
Yeah.
I'll slay her shot, Kirsten,
What?
and I will use a field of tulips.
A whole
What a
field
go.
of
Whole
tulips.
field.
That's crazy.
Claire orders some tulips on delivery truck. They arrive. A nice field of tulips at Kirsten's door. And Kirsten isn't allergic to tulips. She just loves them, puts them in her home, and nothing happens. Except for good things, because now her home has tulips in it.
All right.
I'm gonna
All right,
nominate
you
Claire.
can tell
Then.
me.
You nominate who?
Claire.
Tell us why.
Well, either she's telling the truth and she's a Spence Slayer, or she's lying and she's bad.
Unclear defense.
Yeah, kill me. I don't care.
Anything else pertinent before I run this?
So I
one for
didn't.
Claire?
My
Yeah,
read
just
right
pointing
now
out,
is
I
that
definitely got to
I'm
the
worried
end
about
of Spence
Gia.
Slayer last time, so it's not a
Claiming
Yeah.
soldier.
get under the radar.
Running it.
But I don't want to be like
I thought you were going back in time to gaslight us
locked
that you
into that as a
actually
theory I came
were
up with before I talked to her,
Slayer and not Ted.
and
I
that
was
colored
like,
my read of it.
Remember
She's
last
so
game when I was
good.
Slayer?
How do we feel about whatever Omer?
You
Oh,
muted
we-
yourself.
I
we-
feel
we-
really
we-
good about Omer now.
Your audio clocked out.
Yeah, you like muted yourself halfway through that sentence.
I think we heard the gist of it.
Yeah, basically,
No,
Omer.
no, we
She wants
didn't hear
Omer
the
dead.
Yeah, like what's up with Omer is basically the question.
Yeah, what's he claiming? I still don't know. What are you claiming?
The
See-
top half of the board knows what I am.
I think that he's the mayor just because I think Dwight didn't want to re-rack a new board.
Oh,
That is not the information I
Wait,
was
no, that's
provided with.
he would have had to re-rack if Claire's telling the truth.
I
but
wouldn't
he's
have.
still the mayor.
There's a specific reason that I haven't told the whole group, and a mayor would not fall under that category.
Right. Any other noms before I end the day?
Mm.
I'm okay with
10?
It's so fun just having all of the good roles people have claimed and just sitting here head empty, no thoughts of who's actually.
I have all the roles except for Omer.
Yeah, same.
With that, Claire has next season doesn't die. Good night.
Okay, I think we're making good work on this one.
I don't.
No,
We're cooking.
I would never know if we were or were not making good work.
Why not?
Because I'm dumb.
No.
Like, in life, I'm not dumb.
Well,
I've
Kristen, I think is like totally cleared because the fortune teller thing, unless Claire was
There
drunk.
had to
or-
be a red herring, or
Claire could be
Yeah.
drunk.
no, Claire could be lying though.
It
I
could
think
be the
that's a
same
red
thing.
herring.
It could be
No,
what
Claire's
we were
not
cooking
drunk.
last time, that Claire is minion and Kirsten is demon.
No, I'm not. I wish I was. Actually, no, I don't. I would have turned off my computer if my
Zachary?
control had been red.
What?
Claire cannot be the drunk.
No, but she could be evil, and that would
Yes.
mean that person. was
We're
still
not
alive.
hearing you,
But
Claire.
I'm good.
I think she's just a red herring.
What if Claire wasn't bad? What? How does the ping happen from Franny?
Red herring. On Fran.
No, I got an empath on Claire.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Empath 1.
Poisoner, I guess. That's a good point.
Yeah, do we have any sense of what the minion is this game?
We don't.
Not a baron. Do we trust Gia's claim?
Us. Yeah.
I
baby.
do think it makes sense.
I
don't have anything down for G.
I don't want to talk too much at night, but I have a thought.
You know what? That's a sign of a good player. So, you guys watching Genius Game?
I haven't watched episode 3 yet.
Oh, wait!
Three's
I
best, yeah.
really want to watch your. I saw that you were doing like live, like watch with me's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Watch that.
It's fun. It was way more work than I thought it would be. I spent like 6 hours doing one for The Devil's Plan, episode 1, and then YouTube was like, "Ha, no."
Right. Yeah. Netflix is never gonna let that slide. ITV, you could do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Taran has perished. There's 4 of you
Oh.
alive. Feel free
Oh,
to
wow.
discuss. Do what you
Wow.
want.
Wow.
Whoa, I just want to throw out there, I got a 0. I'm shocked that Taran is dead.
Hey there.
Hello.
I would love to hear your thoughts. I hope you trust me at this point. I trust you at this point.
You seem pretty likely to be good at this point, I think.
Okay. I mean, I was killed at night, and I
Yeah.
had a lot of fortune teller claims. It's not like I had a lot of stuff to think. Anyway,
Yeah.
so there's a world. So that Franny could have been gaslighting me from the beginning as empath. I don't
Mhm.
want to forget that world. I don't know what's going on with Omer. Do you know anything what's going on with Omer?
I don't. Kirsten knows, but she hasn't told me.
Okay. I think Kirsten Reed's is good, but I mean, you play with her more often than me. I got 2 pings on her, but anyway.
She read as good to me. The pings are concerning, but I mean, my biggest concern right now is I think Gia claiming soldier.
Oh, did she say that in public? I missed that.
She said it to me.
Okay.
Kirsten seemed to know already. And it like she was very eager to tell me too, which was kind of like, did
Do you
she
think-
purposely bank a kill so that she could be like, oh, see, I'm soldier?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's a reasonable play that someone would make. I was thinking that was Kirsten who did that, not Gia. So I do. We only get one more execution.
Ooh.
We should so we should not kill today. There's no reason to kill today.
Okay.
So anyway, unless we're really worried that our two evil alive, I guess, and they could like just steamroll tomorrow. So anyway.
All right.
Right.
He just
Actually,
left.
that's not
Homer
even true.
said Kirsten's
He
useless to me.
is.
Bye.
A little concerned that Kirsten chose to talk to Christian. My problem is that I don't have a good worldview. That the opening just messed me up. And it involves Sam too, and I'm still trying to get a read on him. You know what? No. My read was good on him last time, because I read him as bad when he thought he was bad. So maybe I have an okay read. But it's still blossoming, you know? But he didn't fully think he was bad. He just wasn't sure. I just feel like one of the people in the initial pings had to be bad. I think we've taken one down. I just don't know who they are. The problem is Omer is still completely freaking a mystery. Gia is suspicious to me. Kirsten is like the linchpin of all of it. And then where's Franny? I feel very behind on this one.
Alrighty.
I just want to say with everyone here, I think a couple people left as I was saying this. I got a 0 last night.
I want to point out to town that that will be no executions left until the final execution. If we execute the next one, and the game ends no matter what.
I'll give you some time to talk, but it sounds like you guys are probably not.
So we should not execute today. We should definitely.
But we should try to share info
Yes.
and discuss in the time we have.
Stalls away as much as possible.
Here's a timer. I'm ending a day after the timer.
I have a question. Should I, everything I just learned, should I be
Sure.
saying?
I think
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just say everything.
Okay, it's time to finally. Okay, all of the why is it so weird and blah, 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 blah. The reason is because I was the Undertaker trying to protect my identity. And I got that Sam was the virgin, that Zach was the drunk, and Miss Claire refusing to tell the truth was the poisoner.
Well, I'm Slayer, so you are evil.
No, or Claire, or it could have been Kirsten or Gia or even Franny who could have poisoned Omer there.
But then who's poisoning Franny? Like one of Franny and Omer is bad, if not both of them.
It could be both.
It could be Gia. Why can't it be Gia?
I got a 0 last night. So in the world where it's Gia, I am being poisoned or.
So
That's my concern.
I can tell my role. I'm the soldier, so that night where there was no kill, I'm assuming they tried to kill me because I haven't heard any other claim monk or anything like that. So
Yeah,
I don't have a
true.
reason to believe that my role is fake.
Franny just said that in the world where it's Gia, she's poisoned, but in the world where it's Omer, she's also poisoned. And either way, like
That's
those
true.
two worlds can't be true because Claire is the poisoner and Omer's the world.
Yeah,
I'm living in the Claire and Kirsten world where either Claire's the poisoner who then shot her own.
Is it just Franny
How would I
again?
poison you last night, Franny?
It's not me. It is
Hey,
not
everyone.
me.
It's go to bed time unless people want to nominate for some reason.
Another.
Nine
Yeah, I'm
o'clock.
gonna.
I
I'm
was
gonna
told that it
nominate.
doesn't make
But
sense.
before I do
You're,
that,
you're dead, so good night.
Let's try, Zach.
okay.
Yeah, there's no world.
Oh,
I'm
this is a
killing
problem.
I think that this Gia soldier thing we really need to scrutinize a little bit more because
No, but make that work with my thing, Zach. Make that work with my thing. I mean, I guess it works where I'm her minion.
it could work where you were the minion and Gia's the demon.
Poisoned Omer.
And especially if you're going to be a demon who claims the soldier, I mean, the go-to thing would be, oh, let me sink a kill.
Sink
So that
it.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But that only works if you're evil, basically.
yes, yeah. I guess
And we
if
still
you
have the
believe in
Kirsten
people or
things.
not.
to work
Claire, can
through.
we not hear you? Is that still?
No, I partially like didn't really want to talk game at night, but then I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
well, Wait probably has like the
And
chat.
I'm sorry, Claire. I'm sorry if it's not you, but that
There's just no
makes
world,
sense with
Franny.
what
There's no world that I am poisoner and you're painting me and Kirsten, but then
Yes.
no, I don't like that world at all.
Well,
Because
of course you don't like it. Of course you don't like it. But again, that's what makes sense with my empath things.
I don't think would Dwight.
I'm doubting
would Dwight
Gia because the
me
problem is
poisoner for Claire
Franny
if the poisoner
getting a 0 on Gia
he could give you
and a 1 on
anything.
Claire.
I mean, yeah, that would be really
Franny,
funny.
that's
so I could see
two
him
pings
doing
from
that.
Franny that weren't my
Final
reads.
3 does not include Franny. It is Omer, Kirsten, and Gia. Discuss.
Jesus.
Well, and this makes sense because everyone alive knows that I'm Ravenkeeper. So Franny was the only one who didn't know.
I knew you implied it.
Well, but I
Would
didn't
you
say
help
it
more?
straight up too.
Are we
Everyone
breaking out or no? Are we
This is
talking?
annoying.
Homer, what'd
No,
you see?
we should talk. Let's talk in
I didn't
public.
see anything because nobody died.
Public.
It's not me and Gia. I
If it's
swear.
not Franny, then it can't be Gia. But I don't think it's Kirsten, which means it has to be
It's
Omer.
not me.
Why do we not think it's Kirsten?
So Franny, how do your 0 pings work? You're drunk. You were poisoned the first 2 nights. For one first
I
night?
think it's Claire and Kirsten, based on my information. That's what makes sense to me.
May I
If
offer
if it is not, can I just say like the only world where it is not those two, based on my information, is where I have been poisoned, perhaps multiple times.
And what that would track is if you were poison locked as the if you were poisoned the first 2 nights by Claire in that world, then you would have been given a 0 on Omer and then a 1 when you were unpoisoned.
Honestly, just to throw this out there, honestly, if I was poison locked, then I think the likely poisoner is Omer, because I think if you're anytime I've been poisoner, I've poisoned my neighbor in case they're the empath.
Wait, Omar, what were you gonna say though?
May I offer?
But you couldn't
I
have.
think this is a tough final 3 because there's
Okay.
reason to suspect everybody, but Gia only works if her soldier thing was a lie and there was a sunken kill. Kirsten's world lines up if Claire really was bad, and then mine would be if you trust Claire. So I think it really comes down to whether you trust the Claire read, and I don't trust her.
I do trust Claire because of the reaction that she had when I told her I was Saint, which was just a very genuine, like, oh my god, because she thought Omer was the claimed Saint at that point. And then we like worked together to like, get to the bottom of it.
What matter if she was bad, she would still be surprised at what you were.
I mean, I think my reaction to finding out you're Saint was also really good. So
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is that
the
I
gauge we're going
felt
on.
good about both her and Kirsten. I was suspicious of Gia, but the empath 0 on Gia just
Taran,
doesn't
I'll
track.
say- Taran, I'll just say, if for whatever it's worth, I don't know how much it is because it could be coincidence, but like when Omer was referring to somebody knew his role, I knew his role. He told me the first second of day 1, and so when I died, that's why we were fine with me dying.
The problem is I'm suspicious of you and your drunk virginness.
I don't think here's the thing.
Can I
Omer was acting weird.
Can I
and he had a lot of time to defend it.
I
Could it
told
be
you as soon
Omer-
as I could.
Could it be Omer poisoner and then Gia?
No, that's insane.
Which is that's why.
Well, maybe.
Why?
but-
Why not?
Why not? Why
Because
not?
because
I haven't
and
even
then
talked to
Omer's
her
been
this whole
poisoning-
game.
And then so you don't need to. And then I didn't talk to Claire alone the whole game.
Omer's been poisoning you the entire time.
Omer's been poisoning me. That explains why the Slayer shot doesn't work, because Kirsten's telling the truth about being Ravenkeeper. And if Omer knows that
right
there's
now?
a poisoner, if Omer knows, no, I'm saying in this world, Kirsten, I'm saying you're not evil. If Omer knows,
No, so who
there's
do
a
I
poisoner,
nominate? Is it Gia or Omer? I think it's
No,
Gia.
noms aren't
world,
open
it's
yet.
Gia.
Hold on.
In that
I'll
world,
give
It's
you the
not
timer.
Gia.
I think if Omer's a poisoner, it makes total sense for him as the Undertaker to pick somebody that
not-
he thinks is
no.
wants to prove
why-
that they're the
Last
poisoner.
timer for the game
Why
is
are you
up.
letting
2.5
go of the
minutes.
Kirsten world?
What now?
Why are you letting go of the Kirsten world? Like, that doesn't make sense. Well, I mean, I get it's a world that it's Gia and Omer's the poisoner and you're poison locked. I think
I'm fine to I'm letting go of it because nobody else seems to believe.
I'm a literal coin flip between the two of them.
Okay.
Gia, is it you?
Gia and
also don't
Omer
know.
are
Both
both
of
bad,
those
and so
worlds
who
make
the
sense
hell
to
do
me.
I nominate?
Well, can
that
I
would
just
get
say
us
that
to
I think that
win?
the fact that Omer came out instantly to Sam and said that he was the Undertaker makes me think Omer's more likely to be Demon because he would have the bluffs immediately versus if he was
That's true.
Minion, he wouldn't have.
Can I
True.
also
That's a
defend
good
myself there? Sam literally messaged me within seconds of the game starting that I was the marionette and I was so excited about it. And then
That is
he
true.
was like, Just kidding. Why would I
Sam
have
told
that
me, Sam told me
reaction?
he was going to do that, though. To be fair, Sam
I
was
did-
like, "I'm going to fuck with Omar
I'm
right
not
now."
gonna-
And then was my reaction not happiness? So I could.
That's
claim
such a
the
sketchy
evil
thing to do, to claim a private interaction as proof that you're good.
team? Well, Zach just said he knew about it.
I
I before I make a nom, because obviously y'all are dead. Should it be Omer or should it be Gia?
Omer.
I think Omer more.
I just don't think if
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
Yeah,
I'd like
I
to
think
nominate
that-
Omer.
Why?
Because
Kirsten,
Omer
what's
wouldn't
that?
have had the Undertaker bluff to go right off the rip if he
Kirsten,
was.
did you nominate someone?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm nominating Omer because I think I am the last good person alive with a demon and a minion, and based on him immediately having a bluff, I think it's more likely that he is the demon than Gia would be. So I nominate him for that reason.
I'm
and
so suspicious of
Over your
Gia, but
defense?
This is wrong.
Okay.
I'm also suspicious of
The
Omer.
only thing that doesn't make sense to me with that is what Gia's been poisoning me the whole time. For why? I find that like
Oh,
hard
in
to-
my
I feel like
world,
that's possible.
Jamie, You're a marionette,
I
and
don't-
Omer.
No,
is
I'm not the
That's my
poisoner.
world.
I've been consistent with my role the whole time, and there is a round where there is no night kills that
I'll even
has
vote
not
for
been
this. I don't
justified in
care.
any other way
Okay.
than
It takes
someone trying to kill me.
Remember that this
It
is
takes
like
two
the final
votes.
chance to vote, so
2 votes to put Omer on
don't
the
be
block.
like, oh, we have enough.
Running it.
Yeah, exactly. So don't bring your hand down just because
Omer, why are you voting for yourself?
I'm not voting for myself.
Big force plenty.
It's weird that and then Gia didn't vote for him. Like
I don't
everything
think
is
I can,
weird.
No, just
I've
the
been
fact
saying I don't
that-
think I
the fact that two of the alive people didn't vote for that, I think is a very good sign.
Hold
'cause
on,
I think
living players.
2 alive people did not vote for that. I think is a great sign.
I agree with Zach's reasoning.
No, I nominate Kirsten
Why?
because I know I am not bad. So if the other theory is Omar and I are bad,
I think it's
together, then
Gia bad,
other
Gia
solution
minion,
is
Omer
it's
imp.
Kirsten at the helm. So I'm gonna go with that.
That's what I think it is.
Cursing your defense.
It's also
That's what I hope it is, because
possible,
they
Gia,
seem
that we
panicked
are
that the
both
vote's on Omer.
two dumb bitches that got
When
taken
Omer
to
said,
the
"Don't,"
end
no, I don't think it's
because
Gia, like,
we
don't do
know
Gia.
what's going on? I'm good. I'm the Raven Keeper. I nominated Omer, not you, Gia, because I think that it's more likely that he's the demon. I think that we should just let it rock and let Omer get voted out. And if we lose killing Omer, it's worth losing.
All right. Anything else? Anything else before I run this vote for
That was
Kirsten?
beautiful.
Yeah, it's just it's
3
relative
votes is
decision.
wild.
Franny, what you thinking there, Franny? Because like
This makes yeah, I mean it's not
We're not
gonna
gonna
get
get to
enough votes,
5
but
though.
This makes more sense more sense to me from what I
Well, I have to not
know
vote for myself.
than the world where Gia has been poisoned.
Franny, if you're good and you're putting one up, then you see opening the door for a possible tie, which is a losing game, so we can't we can't have 3.
Anything else before I run this vote for Kirsten?
I think this is the demon.
Running it.
Imagine I vote
Why are
for
you
my-
yelling at me and not Sam? I'm voting.
Well,
Oh
no,
my
that's
God.
gonna tie it. Sam, this ties.
Oh
Sam.
my god!
Drop it, Sam, drop it.
You, Sam, why would you throw the game?
Kirsten.
They both think they're his marionette.
Nominate Kirsten.
They both probably think there's marionette.
Yeah, good job,
It's
good
not
job,
both
Omer.
of you.
Fantastic. Well done.
That's tied
Well
the
done.
game.
This is why I said we shouldn't reserve votes on the Omer one.
Omer, do you wish to nominate Gia?
I could never.
That makes sense.
That's so
Good job,
sweet of you.
Omer.
Thank you.
Kirsten, are you here?
I'm here. My
So-
web
so
yeah,
webcam
Kirsten,
changed.
All good. Well, I'll go ahead and end the
Which
day.
one
Good night.
actually lost?
Neither of you.
Omer, I'll be very upset if
Yeah, it's over.
There's no way Sam's the no, I don't think Sam could be the marionette. I think it's Gia.
No, it was
I think it's
Omer
Gia
and
as bad,
We
as
had
minion.
them. We had them fucking dead to rights.
Yeah, they both think they're married.
The fact that neither of them voted on that last
Yeah.
one was the.
Yeah, so Franny and Sam, I think thought they were marionettes. So
Played like a marionette.
Imagine trusting Omer as a marionette.
I would do it.
Who
I'd
was
do
the
it in a
main
heartbeat.
marionette?
yeah, I should have piled on. I wasn't
go.
sure enough there. I should have
Good
piled on.
morning, everybody. Kirsten died tonight, and the game
Come
is
on.
over, and the evil team
Come on,
has
Omer.
won. The
Good
question
morning.
is, who is on the evil team?
please.
We have 2 people. currently.
Please, God.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's a
All
person,
right.
that's
I'll get to it.
It
It's
has
fine.
to be me.
Omer is
No, why?
your imp.
Please, please.
Omer is your imp, who at the very last night of the game killed Kirsten, your Raven Keeper, who saw Omer as the imp. Gia was your soldier who Omer attacked at the very beginning of the game.
It wasn't.
Kill.
Okay.
Taran
Please,
was
God,
your
please.
saint.
One of them really was a marionette.
Claire was your slayer who shot the Ravenkeeper, who was the red.
It's got to be Franny, right? Her info.
Okay, it's Franny, got it.
Fortune teller.
Franny got it.
It can't not be Franny with the empath info she had.
And what happened over here is the drunk nominated the virgin, hence why I didn't trigger.
Fuck yeah.
Franny is the marionette who wins with Omer.
Let's
I'm
fucking
so
go.
sorry. This is actually really bad how that happened. I should have been
Oh,
killed
Sam.
super early. I got into a private.
Sam.
So Sam messaged me saying you're the marionette, and I was acting super excited because I was excited to get on his team. Then he's like, I'm lying. And then I was like, okay, well now he'll be super clear me. Then I got into a chat with him the night that Gia didn't die. And then I said to him, I was like, well, what
Why
is
did you try
Gia
to
if
kill
she didn't
me?
die? And then he's like, excuse me? And I was like, you're my marionette.
Wait, you accidentally told him he's the. Oh,
Yeah.
dear God.
Wow.
I just would like to say, no statement more true than at the end where I said Gio were just so vicious.
I was convinced Gia was the marionette. I didn't understand the nomination. I didn't understand.
I didn't have the game clocked at all. I just, oh man.
MVP.
I came back.
Okay, you're back. You're back.
No, yeah. So Omer basically was like, yeah. So what is Gia? Because she clearly didn't die, and I was like, well, Omer, that means you are the person that killed her. And then he said, I was gonna try to like not play You're the Marionette. And I was like, yeah, we'll see. And then he was like, oh, I'm gonna loop Franny, and I'm like, okay, well, one of us is getting lied to. But I was.
Then
like,
why didn't you say anything, Sam? What the hell?
Because the last.
No, that's not okay.
But also, Sam, it had to be me with my empath info.
Literally,
Yeah,
the
with
last
her
time
empath
I
info, it had to
played,
be
I
her.
was being lied to that I was the marionette, and then I came out with it. And I'm like, I'm not going to do the exact same game twice, so this time I'm just going to play as the marionette.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, like I said, yeah, it makes sense because, like I said, you're the virgin
You know
who
what?
gets
I'm blaming
not proc.
Sam.
You can think you're
I
marionette.
blame
so I like
Omer.
It's
It's
I
like-
blame
Omer's
Sam.
fault, and I
Not
called
my
Omer out
fault.
day
What did
one. I
Franny
said
know?
Omer's acting weird.
I was acting
No.
weird because I outed myself to Sam. But
When did Franny know? That's what I want to know.
I knew kind of early. Omer
Hi, Claire.
messaged me. I didn't believe it at first, but then I believed it when my empath info was not lining up. And then I suggested that he kill me because
Yeah,
then
thank
I
you.
think
I
it
didn't
would
know what to
make
do
it
at
look
that
less like
point.
I was the marionette. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good call,
Yeah,
actually.
I
Good call.
basically I realized like halfway through the game, I'm like, well, Omer won regardless because the amount of like Franny and I are feeding him every piece of information and building every world possible where it's not him. And so then I'm like, Omer won regardless, and I just have to hope that I'm winning with him.
Right. Yeah.
to be fair, you were the better ally this game. I barely talked to Franny the whole time.
I will say, Sam, it was also a tough setup because yeah, you are next to the demon, and the way I set it up too, like I put the day one role as the drunk. You were almost never getting proc unless you played Hidden Virgin, so it was hard for you to solve it yourself. So
You
was
like
tough.
you like overcorrected for the virgin setup last time. Like you're like, hey, how could I get like the most closed off virgin setup, which doesn't really confirm.
Hey,
very
it was
much.
it was possible. I just wanted to make it fun, and it ended up being a fun ending. So, haha, goal
Yeah,
It's
change.
like,
Pretty close.
I just did. I hope people aren't too upset. I was like, I do not
Oh,
want
no.
both of my games to be I win with good because I throw the demon under the bus after being lied to that I'm the marionette. I'm like, surely we have to get a little bit of a difference.
Oh, is that
I
what
mean, I was
happened?
the saint again.
Oh, I do hold that against you, Sam. Actually,
So,
I didn't
Sam,
realize
I
that
don't-
was the reasoning.
well, but it was like the first time when Claire told me I was her marionette, I was able to close off the
Yeah.
world where I was the marionette so that I could come forward with it. This one I was just
Yes.
hoping.
That you're totally right. That's the way to play it. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Whatever.
Yeah, if I get told I'm marionette, I'm just like, I care about nothing else besides one, solving if I'm marionette, two, deflecting for my demon at that point. I don't care if it makes sense. So,
Well, I appreciate it.
all right. Thank you guys. Really appreciate it.
right.
All right.
Great
Thank
stuff.
you guys. I'm going to wrap it up, but have a good rest of your week. Yeah, I probably won't. I might stream next Saturday. I'll figure it out. I'll text you guys if I do.
Let me
Hey,
know.
you were good.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, Gia being good really shocked me.
Ah.
I've been consistent with it, and it's an honor to be gaslit by all of you.
When you said right before you told me you were a soldier.
Jared,
Sorry.
I was convinced you were evil in the last game, so
Mm.
it balances out.
There you go. Right before
Yeah.
you told me that you were the soldier, I was saying to chat like, I'd be suspicious of somebody that told me they were a soldier because like the imp might intentionally bank a kill and then claim to be the person that it was banked on.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's very fair.
So I definitely like biased myself toward it.
No, that's very fair. I need to play more because I never have, like, outside of my own role, I have no idea what's going on. So that's just my
I just think this is the first time in a while I've like really lost to Omer, and that like that one
I
hurt.
apologize. That was my bad.
I think that there were a lot of people I think that contributed to
I mean,
that
we
one.
were kind of putting you into a corner by being
Yeah.
like, it's Omer and Gia, and you were like,
I
well,
know,
it's not
it's
me,
so
so.
Mhm.
It's fine. It happens. I need to get better at it. It's fine. I'll figure it out. I need to
All
play
right.
more games.
All right, I'll see you guys.
All
See
right,
you
bye,
guys.
you guys. Have a good day.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, no shade on him, but I Christian said I should have voted, and I felt that too. That's why I was like, given that Christian didn't seem likely to vote on Kirsten, I feel like we all needed to have votes. Like everyone that was going to vote needed to put their votes in. Not even then, like I to be fair, I didn't think it was necessary. I didn't. In no world did I expect 4 votes to be able to be cooked up. But I think if we had that 5th vote, we would have won. But I get it. It's tough. You only got one. And also, like, I prior to that had been more on Gia than Omer. It was only when Franny died with a 0 on Gia that I was like, no, it makes more sense to be Omer. And then Zach's point about Omer having a role to instantly claim to Sam made it even more likely. I should have spotted the marionette thing. The problem is that I was like, I think like the thought occurred to me, but I was so focused on like Gia that I didn't think to like call it. I should have said, if you think you're Omer's marionette. You've been in a game where a good player told you were the Mario and they had you hooked for the whole game. That's actually interesting. As a good player, kind of like locking in an ally to vote with you the whole time so that you don't run into scenarios like that. Also, for what it's worth, if somebody tells you that you're their marionette and then you are told by somebody else like that you're their marionette, now all of a sudden you've cast doubt on who could be on like the person that might actually be the real marionette. They have to not only think, am I being lied to by the imp, but they have to think, which imp am I being lied to by? It would also be really funny if there were 2 demons that surrounded a townsfolk player and both of them told the townsfolk that they were the marionette. So the whole game, they're back and forth between which one is telling me the truth. And the reality is that neither of them were. And then you just find a way to like get them to ultimately believe the real imp and then out the minion as the imp. Laura, thank you for the 48th in a row, 50 total. All right. The lunatic roll. Well, we don't have the lunatic in this game, in this variation. Do that as 2 minions would be even better, yeah. But the problem is that once you get to 3 demons total, or 3 bad people total, claiming somebody's your marionette is a lot harder because then the marionette just asks, who are the other demons? Who are the other minions? And that's just tough to... Especially if you're then 2 minions doing it, you both have to come up with your own set of baddies that aren't the actual demon. Wait, but you could. No, you can't. If there were a recluse, you could try to claim somebody as your marionette and then have them claim that the person next to you is their marionette and then also claim to that person that you're that they're your marionette. Anyway. Fun games. I unfortunately was way too cleared in the second game. Even though it was not super, it was like, oh, he's a saint again? Really? The problem is that like the outsider count was super compelling. Nobody else claimed outsider, so it was like, you kind of had to believe me. So maybe I should have just lied. Maybe I should have lied about being an outsider and then come out with it later. That would have been better. Because then they would have thought, oh, but this implies that he's a minion bluffing saint. Right? But then they would still be like, why isn't the other outsider claim happening? And then when no other outsider claims happen, they would believe me. It's tough. It's tough to not be believed in that spot. Anyway, I should be back tomorrow for some Goose Goose. I'll probably try to work on the Genius video today. Maybe someday, somewhere, I'll put out the Devil's Plan video. But hopefully you enjoy it nonetheless, regardless, all of it. And yeah, see you all next time.